one.
And I think we're live.
Yay!
What's up, Adventure Nation? Last Saturday Live, February 2018.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
To the last Saturday. We actually somewhat, we have to say, forgot that it was last Saturday. So this was very last minute. That's why the invitations went very late out. And we just came back from a probably 8-mile hike around that. So that's why if we look a little bit tired, it's because of that.
I didn't forget. Lori did. I knew all along.
That's not true. And you guys know it. But
we are parked at the Hoover Dam Lodge, just down from the Hoover Dam. And
yes.
Cell is spotty. We've got the booster on, so hopefully that'll get us through this.
We're hoping, it's not sounding or the image is not very bad. We hope it's good enough.
Kevin, as you can see over there, is moderating. Laura's going to be helping us out as well. Try and get some questions and things answered. So again, hello everybody. We're not going to say individuals because it always takes so long, but we know that they've got a bunch of you watching already. So we thank you for being here, spending your Saturday night with us.
Yeah, we already know. Well, we already know that Tom and Patty are
watching. Yeah, Tom and Patty.
Hey,
New York, yes, what's going on?
And John Sensi as well. So it's thank you everybody for watching.
Kevin said somebody in Wales is watching.
What time is it there?
It's got to be craziness.
Crazy. Yeah.
Night owls. So what are we going to talk about?
I don't know. Well, first of all, it's we're parked here literally in a parking lot, just outside of Lake Mead because we want to do the Hoover Dam tour today. So that was pretty cool. We did some hiking and we came back, have some lunch, dinner, and that's it. That's why we're still here.
Tomorrow we're looking at maybe doing a hike down to a hot springs. We don't know. Kevin said we get naked and slide through a thing into the pool.
I don't know what he means by we.
Yeah, I'm not getting naked. That ain't happening.
Maybe bathing suit, but
sweet talk.
Vote in the comments if you want to actually see that happen.
Yeah,
Kevin.
Exactly.
We're talking about Kevin getting naked.
So it's 2 a.m. in Wales.
2 a.m. Are you guys nuts?
You can't sleep?
Oh my goodness! Thank you so much. Yeah, you must be insomniacs because there's no other reason for you to be up just to watch this. That's awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. When are you guys coming over to visit us here in the U.S.?
I know. We're still saying it's nobody invited us to Europe.
Yeah.
We're expecting invitations over there.
Yeah, we need to go do some RVing over in Wales. That'd be kind of cool. Not this time of year, probably. That would be really cool.
No, probably. Yeah, cool as a cold.
Yeah. So we are in, Hoover Dam, so Las Vegas area. We're going to be in this area. The trip to Cabo San Lucas is postponed. We don't know. We're probably not going to do it this year, but
TBD.
We'll have to, TBD. See what happens. We're going to make sure that our girl Laura here is good to go before we do that. And we are still planning on heading up to Alaska, though. So we will be heading up the West Coast. So any of you folks that live along the West Coast, make sure you watch on Facebook, see where we're at, and maybe we'll be able to say hello on the way up.
But in the meanwhile, we're going to be hanging out here in the Southwest until it warms up. Right now, these last few days, they have been cold. It has been going down to the low 30s at night, and in the daytime, today was 55, I believe, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's
not bad in the daytime, but
it's not super bad. I mean, compared to the Northeast that they got hit pretty bad with the cold. But still, I mean, pretty chilly, to start heading north. So we're going to be hanging out in the Southwest for a few months at least. We still need to go to California, and we still need to do a bunch of other stuff.
We are going to be, my daughter and son-in-law and grandkids, they got an RV. They bought a trailer, so they're going to be doing some RVing, and they're starting kind of their major trip for RVing is going to be for spring break. So we are going to be hanging out with those guys in the Southwest here. Probably going to do a little bit of the Grand Canyon, stuff like that. So that'll be fun as well.
Yeah. Spring break time. That spring break in the US, I noticed that it's not like a 2-week window. It's more like a month and a half window. When you start full-time RVing, you start noticing those things. It's like that all the parks and everywhere you go, it's full for a month to month and a half during the spring break. Yeah,
spring break is going to be crazy. Laura's trying to entertain Ozzy here, so we're keeping Ozzy out of the way.
She's not crazy.
He was bored with it, and then he grabbed it by the end and dragged it over there.
So questions, Kevin. We need questions.
All right,
I'm sure the normal stuff.
Yeah, they're saying,
cheers,
what's all
everybody.
this talk about
cheers.
TPMS? Is that toilet paper management system?
Totally bad.
you guys with your TPMS, I'm going to tell you something.
But explain what TPMS is.
TPMS, tire pressure monitor system or monitoring system. Let me get my Dr. Pepper here.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
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 Yeah. Oh, whoa. What?
They
We need
al-
to get you guys something.
They always bring their drinks. And
Yeah.
Today was the day.
Oh, they got their
there you
water.
go.
Okay, cool. So the tire pressure monitor system that everyone said you have to have, it's so safe. I'm going to throw it out the window.
No, but explain what it has happened. And from courtside, the last live, actually, everybody just bugged him so much about it that he decided that he was gonna start installing it. So
what happened? The blowout. This is what happened with the blowout. I check the tires every time we go to hit the highway. That's just the way it works. You check them, there's no big deal. TPMS monitors constantly, which I knew was going to be an issue. So what I did is I installed longer, flexible valves on the inside tire, which are always problematic. Installed those valves so that I could put the TPMS in once we got down to Phoenix and put on the new tires. And the valve leaked, and I never checked the tires. So it was like this perfect storm of putting on something new that was leaking and then me not doing my pre-trip inspection. They leaked. Tire got hot and blew the tire out. So if I'd had the TPMS on there, it would have totally prevented that. If I hadn't installed the extra valves and just done my normal routine, it would have prevented that. So that's what happened with that. After we got all the new tires on, I installed the TPMS. I'll get the video out for that soon.
And when the tires got installed, we actually asked them to put the
they put longer valves on.
Yeah, longer steel valves that are not the flexible ones, because those ones, they seem to have always a problem.
Right. Those are not good. Don't put the flexible valve if you're going to do this. And it sucks because if you're not putting new tires on, they have to put the valves on by taking the tires off the rim, putting the valve on the rim. So anyways, they did all that. We installed the TPMS and it just went off constantly. It just constantly beeping, tire this, tire that, just the entire way down the road, just beeping. And so we wound up turning it off and throwing it on the dash. So to me, it was a complete waste of time, but I am going to make some adjustments to that. We're going to install some new batteries. I did check all the batteries. We put all the batteries on a meter. I checked them all. They all tested fine, but I'm still going to install all brand new batteries because obviously those ones have been sitting in a box for a year. And that could possibly be the issue.
We're still trying to figure out what is the problem, what they're beeping constantly. So, I mean, we're still playing with it. I mean, it's not like 100%. This is what you're supposed to do, and that's it. We're still playing like with all the troubleshooting through it, basically.
So until I can get it to work properly, I'm just not going to have it on. It to me is more of a pain in the ass than it is to just check the tires before you go on the road and be done with it.
Oh my God, first world problems here.
Yeah, first world problems.
But
So that's the TPMS, and that's right now it's a bad subject for me. It's just a complete
it's a
waste.
touchy subject for him,
because for me, I'd just rather check the tires like a normal human being and not have this thing beeping on my dash constantly telling me that the tires are getting warmer and have more pressure. That's what they do when you drive down the road. The tires get more pressure and they get warmer.
Calm down,
That's
Paul.
what they do.
Calm down.
Anyway.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
I don't know if you can tell, but he loves his TPMS.
I hate that freaking thing.
All right, so now that one took 20 minutes.
Yeah,
to answer.
all right.
Marty Emmerich.
Marty, what's happening, dude?
Paul, were you pulling my leg when you said Richard was a Kenny Rogers impersonator for 20 years? Every time I heard him talk, I would tell my wife he sounded just like Kenny Rogers.
I am not pulling your leg. He has been impersonating Kenny Rogers for 20 years. He does that professionally. That's what he does for his job. And while they're RVing, they're planning on, actually Cheryl's planning on whoring Richard out and making him do Kenny Rogers shows while they're traveling the country in their RV. So that's going to be kind of cool. And yeah, I think, I can't remember his web address and I should know that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Richard. It's KennyImpersonator.com or something like that. I think it's KennyImpersonator.com.
You can add it when the live post.
Yes, when the live post, we could add that. But Richard is, and that's why, yeah, he sounds like him. He looks like him. When we walk through casinos or in public, people stop him and want to take their picture with him. It's crazy. And yeah, very much. He sounds like him.
What else, Kevin?
Oh, Jonathan Hawes drinking hot cocoa from his TME mug.
Yeah,
Yes!
Jonathan. I should pour mine in my my Dr. Pepper in there. That's awesome. That is awesome.
People can't wait to hear about the damn jokes.
We've got so many damn jokes. It's ridiculous.
I have to say that's gonna be a totally annoying video because of all the damn jokes.
Yeah, it is. It is gonna be, but it's gonna be pretty funny too. I don't know if anybody's watched the video that was just out now, but the video I just did on the strip, I liked it. I thought it was one of our better ones. And the plane scene, if you guys will know, you guys will recognize the plane scene. I love that. But yes, we're gonna have a lot of damn jokes in the next video. That'll be out probably Monday or Wednesday. I need to talk about that too, because the Monday, Wednesday, Saturday schedule is still just is too tough, especially when we're here in Vegas and we're trying to do other work things. So I'm thinking of maybe doing a 2-day schedule, doing maybe Tuesday, Saturday.
But
so we need to talk about that.
You have to talk to yourself first and then tell everybody about that.
I like talking to myself. It's the only way I can get intelligent.
But by the way, right now, video wise, they're extremely current. It's like we're not behind. They're probably lagging days behind. So wherever you see us in the video, we're pretty close from that area.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, next.
Listen, you guys are like so fast.
Oh,
when you test the new TV antenna, tell us about it. Are you using it more than the regular antenna? What are your thoughts?
The TV antenna is like, we really don't watch that much TV. I think we have watched more TV in the last probably 2 weeks testing it.
Right.
And because of the Winter Olympics, we played like 2 nights and that was about it. But we really don't watch that much TV. So even our regular antenna, we don't use it at all. They send us this antenna, and we know a lot of you guys that you don't want to pay for DirecTV or all these services. You just want to have your regular antenna. So the reason we accepted to review this antenna was because of that, because we know a lot of you guys can use it, can get a use of it.
Right.
So, but as far as us using it, not really that much.
Yeah, it's not going to increase our TV watch time that much because we just didn't anyways. But the stuff that we are watching, it's pretty insane. I mean, that's why we did the testing the way we did, because we didn't know. I mean, we thought, well, our regular antenna gets enough TV. But yeah, if you're really into the TV, that thing really rocked. It really did well. I will say we did test it in Quartzsite. And not only our regular antenna didn't get any channels, neither did that. I mean, Quartzsite's just too far out in the middle of nowhere. But if you're in an area that gets at least some channels, I think that's going to do a lot of good to bring in a bunch more. And I want to just quickly address that. We had a few people complain about us doing the product review, like the infomercial thing. I'm always going to label that stuff product review. It's not like we're going to try and slide anything by anybody and like sneak in a product review on you. It's going to say that if you don't want to watch the product review, just don't watch it, skip it, and go on to another one of our videos. People complaining about free content. It's just
because here's
so
the
annoying.
thing too. We're trying to do the review videos and also future how-to videos like off of schedule. So they're not going to be part of our travel videos or anything like that. They're going to be total off schedule. So you don't have to watch them. You can still watch the travel ones.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's our take on that. I think it's weird that people complain about free content. And again, they complain about this stuff is, again, we say it over and over and I beat a dead horse, but it's a lot of work. And for us to try and build some revenue in other ways, if you guys fault us for that, sorry, that's just the way it is. I mean, we've got to be able to do it somehow. I will tell you that we got our W-2 from last year and we did how much in YouTube?
$10.99.
The $10.99, sorry. And we did how much? $2,000?
No.
Was it more than that?
It was like $5,500 in a year.
Yeah. So last year we made a little over $5,000 with YouTube. So this isn't a significant amount of money for us. Our channel's small. We don't have that much. We don't have that many views. It's been growing amazingly, and I think it's because a lot of you guys are out there sharing the channel, which we truly love and appreciate. So I would love to continue to keep doing this, but at the same time as well, it just, at some point, it doesn't make any sense if there's not some way to build revenue out of that. And for me, it's doing it without having to do that P word thing.
Patreon.
Don't swear like that in our RV. Yeah, I don't want to do Patreon. I'm really trying to avoid that.
I don't have anything.
Lori doesn't have a problem with it.
People with Patreon, I think it's like the same way you pay your HBO and the same way you pay your other subscriptions, Netflix, $10 a month or whatever. I mean, there's so many people that put so much work into this, so I don't have any problem with it.
Yeah, but that's good TV. This is just the motorhome experiment.
All right, everybody said
Jeez.
don't worry about the squawkers.
Yeah, I know.
So
You guys are awesome. The people that support are, I mean, you guys are amazing. And actually, a few people attacked those guys the other day. I thought that was pretty funny.
Lorena, what wine are you drinking?
Oh, this one actually, my sister knows that she cannot give me anything that will take space in the RV. Has to be some sort of consumable. So
Well, it can take temporary space.
Yes, this is the second year she has brought me this, and it's just so good. I mean, still
right.
forth. It's a wine of what did I say? This current
wine.
Current wine. So it's from Slovakia and very typical from over there, and it's very good.
Current as in CURRANT, not current as in current events.
Well, what he said.
Right.
That's pretty good.
So yes, consumables are good.
And gifts, always, if you give gifts, consumables, so they don't have to keep it.
Don't send gifts.
No, not to us. I'm just saying, even like if
to
it's
other
friends,
RVers, yeah.
to other friends or someone like that, just think about experiences or consumables.
Right. Ozzy has to wait until we're doing a live or a video or whatever before he uses the litter box.
He
and
was
starts with
waiting for his moment, so this is his moment. You can hear it in the background, maybe.
All right, Paul, have you already picked a winner for the antenna?
I have not picked a winner for the antenna. I'll do that tonight after the live. I'll sit down. We have software that I just put in the URL of the video, and then it does this cool randomizing thing and picks a winner. So we'll do that tonight. It will be in the next video, which should pop on Monday or Wednesday.
I'm so excited for you guys.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think it's a good gift, though.
Yeah, and that's the other reason that we did that kind of thing, because we said, yeah, sure, we'll review the thing, but send 2 so that we can give 1 away. And from now on in, maybe I'm going to try and push more. Say send 2 or 3 extras so that we can try and do that.
Don't start being greedy.
That's not greedy for me. It's so that we can give them away to these guys.
Greed.
No, it's not greed. It's fun.
Let's see. What advice, if any, are you going to give your daughter and son-in-law as they start the RV adventures?
Oh, there's so much advice. Where to begin? RVing or route-wise, or what kind of advice?
Yeah,
there's so
I
much
think
advice to give.
I think a lot of it is it's more fun when you're like, for us, it's been fun discovering on your own. You get a little bit of advice from people, but then discovering some of it on your own is cool. And she's been watching a lot of our videos. Their whole family watches the videos. The grandkids get a kick out of seeing themselves on the video. But I think that, any questions that they've had, they ask us. But I would say travel slower than faster. We really just traveled way too fast last year.
Not lately, though.
Not lately. We've been really slowed down, and then I'm bored and I don't have enough content for video, and then I'm afraid I don't have any content.
I would say my advice will be more along the line of don't plan too much, because so many people plan like where they're going like all the time, and if something goes wrong, they really don't like it. They really hate that part. And when you don't have that much stuff unplanned, it's like you give yourself that little way of doing whatever it is you feel like doing, like staying in a place longer or just moving on some place that maybe you didn't like and just move on.
Right. Like if we'd had a bunch of stuff booked for Cabo and that, think of all that. We would have had reservations and all that kind of stuff and deposits and things like that. Then all of a sudden we make a major change and all that stuff just goes to waste. So there's good and bad about planning. Sometimes planning is great, but sometimes just not having a plan is fun. We talked about that a little bit with Richard and Cheryl, how for us, not knowing where we're going to live next week is kind of a crazy, cool, fun feeling. But for some people, they would go crazy not knowing where they're going to live next week.
Cheryl is very about plans and making all their plans. So for them, it will be tough not to make too many plans.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that don't take things too seriously. Is like things are gonna go wrong in their life. It's gonna break down. You're gonna have a flat tire. Things are gonna break down inside your house area. And it's like if you get mad or angry or upset or anything like this, when something like that happens, it's like it's gonna be a tough life, because this is a rolling house. Something is gonna break at some point.
Stuff doesn't always go your way. Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, cool. I'm going to start breaking you guys off on answers.
All right.
Everybody says they love the new intro.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yay. I don't know if you noticed, we threw another new picture in there too. I don't know if you guys haven't even noticed it, probably. we took the picture out of Lori and I laying on the beach because I knew that was probably a little sexy for people seeing me without a shirt on. So there's a picture of the 4 of us in there now. So I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Generator.
What about it?
What happened? What's up?
So the
Is it
generator,
working?
who knows how, how much these guys told us that in the 25 years they'd worked on generators, they'd never seen a flywheel broke. So a flywheel just is what the starter hooks to. There's a wheel and there's teeth on that wheel. The teeth are not a part of that wheel. They're actually pressed on. You heat them up and they press onto that wheel. The teeth actually broke off. And so the starter wasn't engaging anything. So when we thought the starter wasn't engaging, that we thought the starter was broke, it actually was the teeth on that flywheel were broke. They said they'd never seen that in 25 years. We took it in a week later. They replaced it. It was all taken care of on our extended warranty. When we bought Freya from the used motorhome dealer from El Monte, we bought a 3-year extended warranty on it. And that's the only thing I've ever bought an extended warranty on in my life. That's not true. My Harley Davidson I bought in 03. I bought a 100th anniversary Harley. I bought the extended warranty on that, but nothing else I ever buy extended warranties on. So we did buy it on this, and it was completely paid for under warranty, and it's all fixed and working good now.
They actually have flies on a wheel.
Yes, flies on a wheel.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works.
Do you want to talk about how much you paid for Freya?
How much we paid for Freya?
Oh,
32,000.
32,000 we pay for Freya.
And I think that was in
year and model.
It's 2006 Fleetwood Flare. It's a 34-foot and it's a 33J.
the 33R. 33R, which
is the
makes
model.
it a 34-foot. As you guys, if you don't have RVs, you'll learn that the model number has nothing to do with the feet of the RV, which is ridiculous to me. But like a 36J might be 39 feet long. A 35R might be 38 feet long.
Yeah, be very careful when
crazy.
you're buying a new RV or you're new in the market. It's like that you see on the side of the door, it says 33 and it's going to be a 34, 35. It's going to say a 35, it's going to be a 38, 39. So be
Right.
careful with that.
Be careful. But 2006 Fleetwood Flare, 33R, 34 feet, 125,000 miles on it now. Close
No,
to that?
we bought it with 100,000.
And we bought it with 100,000, so it's got 125,000 on it now. So we put 25 on it. It's been rock solid.
Yeah, right
Touch
now
wood.
we have been debating, him and I. It's like I want to already upgrade. He doesn't want to,
No.
so we're in that yeah. So comment below if you want us to upgrade or not, or just keep.
You guys
Freya.
don't know if we should upgrade or not.
Yeah, they should.
No, they
know.
shouldn't.
They should.
I
have
like
an
this
input.
old girl.
But they haven't even had a tour yet.
Yeah, they haven't even had a tour yet.
I'm ready for the tour.
Oh,
I'm
please.
ready for the tour.
Please.
I'm ready for the tour.
No. All right, within the next week, tour video
I
coming
even
out.
told him that I was ready for the tour.
Not gonna happen.
Brent and Liz Scott sold their house last Thursday and took a break from packing to join you guys.
Oh,
Happy birthday,
congratulations,
Stacey.
guys. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Where are you guys traveling from?
Well, they're in BC.
BC, British
BC,
Columbia. Cool.
oh,
We're heading
wow.
that way. So if we're heading up that way, you guys are coming down. Maybe we'll run into you out there on the road somewhere. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Amazing.
It's the most freeing thing you'll ever do. It's
a
it's
lot
amazing.
of work right now. I'm sure like you are slammed with work right now, and that happened to us too. But once you're done, said and done, and the dust is down,
Yeah.
it's just so freeing and so worth
yeah,
it.
it's liberating.
Somebody just said they just trashed their TV antenna. Is there a way to enter more than once?
Well, I think probably if they comment more than once, don't comment more than once. That'd be like craziness. But
Okay. What kind of mileage do you get with Freya?
6.5.
Yes, when we're boondocking a lot that we use the generator right now, we will get 5.5, 5.5.
5.8 to 6.
Yeah, and
That's if you're using the generator. The generator uses the exact same tank as your regular engine. So you're gonna get lower gas mileage if you're
in
boondocking.
our best time, like the best we have done, it has been 7.
7.
So
Yeah.
that's the best. But solar is coming soon, so hopefully we don't have to use that generator too much anymore.
Yeah, just our time that we've had the portable panels, we haven't had to run the generator as much, which is really cool. And we will get into more of the solar stuff as well. I've got a complete setup ordered. We went with way more than what we need for this coach, but I think that it'll be fun, and it's going to do us really well for boondocking for sure, for dry camping. So it'll be awesome. But yeah,
Everybody's asking about solar. Do you want to go any more into that?
solar. What do you want to know about solar?
Just everybody's like,
Well,
So
what's going on? With
You
solar?
go with technicalities. I go with the overall thing.
all right.
Solar. He went to a lot of classes while we were in courtside, so he really learned a lot and understood how it works, what you need, and all that stuff. So that was the amazing part about courtside and being there, doing all that. And since then, he bought the panels that go outside, the portable ones, and we just bought literally yesterday or the day before
Yeah.
4 batteries, house batteries that we are gonna have here in the house, and we already order and it's shipping right now. It's on the process of coming to Las Vegas, all our inverter and all the brackets and everything for the solar to install it.
Mhm.
So it's already in, everything is being shipped at this point, so it's coming already,
Right.
but we're not there yet.
Not there yet. I do want to thank Lori and Brian Buchanan, because Brian, I bounced a lot of stuff off in quartzite, and I just thank Lori because she let me her husband. Kevin is awesome as well. Kevin's a tech head as well, so we can always bounce a lot of tech numbers and the whole amp hours and all that. And I don't want to get into all that stuff. I will when I do the video a little bit, but we can talk wattage and all that kind of stuff with Kevin, so we can bounce stuff around. I love being able to do that because that's always a great learning process. So hopefully I'll be able to take you guys through some of that and once we're doing the install thing. But we got the 200-watt portable panels. We've got 475-watt regular panels, so that gives us another 700 watts. So we're gonna have about 900 watts of solar. The batteries right now, we are only going to have 500 amp hours of battery. I think that's going to be plenty for what we're doing. We've been getting along with 215 amp hours of battery already, and just a really small inverter. So I think with the 500 amp hour and a much better batteries, we went to the Full River AGM batteries, which are our sealed battery. We don't have to worry about any of the filling up with lead, filling up with water, all that stuff. A lot more expensive way to go, but a lot less hassle. So we'll talk about all that stuff in a little while.
When it comes to solar, it's not sometimes doesn't make sense financially, because you can spend that money or a lot less money if you run your generator. At the end of the day, it's more of a convenience factor that we're able to boondock and park somewhere and just run it as a household without having to turn on the generator.
Right. And just be a better neighbor as well, not have to run a generator.
And be able to plug in anywhere, all the outlets.
A good neighbor, don't run generator.
Yeah.
Just like that, right?
A new
jingle
for generator.
Okay, so everybody is asking, what are your next upgrades to Freya?
What are our next upgrades? Well, solar definitely. That's really it. I mean, we don't really have any quote unquote upgrades.
Yeah,
planned.
we're really good with the inside as is, and the outside solar is the last installed. Otherwise, I mean, and just figure out the whole TPMS thing, but we're set. I mean, we're pretty good to go.
I wanted to get a hot tub while we were in quartzite, but Lori wouldn't let me do it. I was just going to take out the dinette set, just put the hot tub right there.
I didn't want to. It was a weight issue.
Oh yeah, we have a little gas coach, so we have to watch our weight.
Yes.
Man, how is the Berkey?
The Berkey rocks. I mean, we really, really love it. I mean, I wish I would have bought it since we started.
Yeah,
if I'm honest,
it would have been much easier.
It would have been so much easier, more in the northeast. Like I think since we hit the Massachusetts area, New Hampshire, Maine, it was just impossible,
really hard
literally
to get
impossible
water.
to get 5-gallon bottles of water, like purified water, until we got to Canada. But it's just the hassle of going and trying to find it and toilet time and all that stuff. This, you literally fill it from your faucet. It just filters. You don't have to plug it in or anything. You just filters, and you have clean, non-tasting water. That for me, that was a big deal. Non-tasting water.
Yeah.
What size is your Berkey?
Mine is a travel size. Actually, I wish I would have gone with the big Berkey. I know most people go with the big Berkey, and I know somebody that got the royal one, the humongous one. So it's up to you, but I would say the big Berkey is the best one. If you have a tiny RV, like you're more in the scale of a class, small class C, class B, or a tiny kitchen, is like probably the travel size is plenty too.
And it is fine for us. I mean, it works for us. We just have to watch and fill it quite a bit. So it's a 1.5 gallon. So I think the big Berkey's 2 gallons.
I would say just if you're gonna get one, tip is like it doesn't come with a glass water spigot where you can see your level, like how empty or how full it is. It's like, get that. You're gonna really, really need it because we used to run out of water all the time or
Right.
overfill it all the time. So with that, make a huge difference.
Right. A shameless plug on Amazon.com/shop/the Motorhome Experiment. You can see a lot of the stuff that we use. The Berkey's on there as well, and it shows the glass sight things so that you can tell how much water's in there. If you go there, it shows you some of the stuff that we're using. So again, Amazon.com/shop/the Motorhome
I
Experiment.
love it. 2 thumbs up.
Yeah,
for
the
that
Berkey rocks.
Awesome. So Russ is saying he's watching on his smart TV.
Oh my God, Russ, no.
Had to open up on the desktop to say hi because he was cleaning the cat box. His Aussie.
His Aussie is doing the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah, we're really scary watching on the big screen, guys. The smaller the screen, I look much better when the screen gets tiny. So
I know.
390 people watching right
holy smokes.
What? For
That's a last minute, and now that's amazing. Holy smokes.
You guys rock. You
guys
really
are
rock.
freaking insane. That is awesome.
I know
That is
usually
awesome.
you have nothing better to do, and that's why you're here. But thank you.
Oh,
I appreciate
that
it.
was not nice.
To us.
That was nice for us. Oh man, that's amazing. Holy smokes. That is awesome. That is awesome.
It says the Amazon shop doesn't work on Amazon Canada. I think you fixed that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Amazon Canada probably doesn't. You have to go in through that other link I had before. But yeah, that kind of sucks, and maybe I'll try and figure that out and see if I can get that fixed. So sorry, my Canadian friends, but yeah, there is a way to go in there through the website. If you go to the website and go to the support page, there's a thing on there that if you click on it, you can shop Canada. But I know it's a pain for anybody out of the U.S. The Amazon thing's a pain.
Mhm.
Do you have an older single sister?
Do you have an older single
You
sister,
do?
Lori?
No.
No. Me? Yes, I know. She looks just like me. No, I
Not
don't.
older though.
No.
No, I'm the oldest.
Yeah, Lori's the
Sorry.
oldest. Sorry.
And both sisters have
Yep.
boyfriends. Serious boyfriends, so no.
She's taken, but things are negotiable.
You know, like what's the movie? Like for $1 million?
Yeah, what's that show? Indecent Proposal. Yeah.
Just kidding.
How are your awnings? Now that you use them once.
We were just
Pull that
talking
apart.
about it yesterday because it has been crappy weather, like on the 30s, 50s. So we want the RV to actually warm up. We have not been using them at all.
Yeah. No.
So we were just gonna put them out just for the sake of using them
Yeah.
because we have not used them since then.
We figured now we've got them. We're just going to put them out. But yeah, we haven't used them since we left Phoenix. We used them the one time when we were with you guys. We kind of had our awnings dock.
Just
kinda
like together.
We had our awnings touched so that we could form a little patio. But yeah, we haven't used them at all since we installed them, really. Just kind of like one time.
So, but they're great.
Yeah. Other than that, they're great.
Ryan asked, "Are you gonna grow a beard as epic as mine?"
Are you kidding me? No way.
Can't happen.
Can't happen. One,
He couldn't
come on.
do it.
How could I get one that epic? Yeah, I would have like a weird thing here and then a bald spot there and then like a weird thing. I can't. I'm like a little kid. I can't grow facial hair very well.
Plus, I'm sorry. It's like I don't like scruffy
Yeah,
guys.
it's not for Lori.
No, not for me.
Yeah.
Can you say hi to Tad? This is Stacy Brown asking.
Hey, Stacy. Hi, Tad.
Perfect.
Hello, guys.
Got it. What's for dinner?
For dinner, well, we already have dinner.
Dr. Pepper.
We really.
We're not going to talk about food because then people get upset that we're talking about vegetarian food.
No, they're just talking about timing. Of the
Okay.
food.
The timing of the food.
We probably literally eat only twice a day, and then we snack throughout the day. Like our 2 big meals are like breakfast, probably around 9ish is when we have breakfast. Okay, 9ish, 10ish.
10, 30.
And then we do like a late lunch, early dinner. We call it dinner. It's like, and today we had it around
4:30.
4:30, yeah,
5 o'clock,
4:30, and
yeah.
then later we will just snack something
Right.
like a piece of fruit or some vegan jerky that is amazing.
Oh my
something
goodness,
like
the vegan jerky that Kevin got us hooked on this vegan jerky. That's crazy. Here, let me see this. Let's plug these guys.
Hey,
It's
real quick.
so good. It's just so good.
Louisville vegan jerky. This stuff is crazy, and I'm gonna open it up. What? while I'm opening it up.
Somebody just said hi from the Philippines.
Lance, is that Lance?
Lance.
Lance and Evelyn, is that his wife? I think Evelyn.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, guys, to try and remember 16,000 people's names is tough, but Lance is a regular contributor
Lance.
to commenting, and we appreciate you guys, especially those of you who contribute positively to the community, and especially you guys that communicate back and forth. But
Lance, good question. Do you live in the Philippines or you're there for work?
I think he's there
vacation or
with
something?
Evelyn's family.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
So
because-
how crazy is this? Look at this. This is vegan jerky. That's jerky. It looks like regular jerky. It tastes like regular jerky. It's amazing.
it's very good.
Pretty good.
Brian Parsons in Newfoundland.
Newfoundland?
Yeah.
Wow, Newfies.
Oh,
In
Brian,
the
we didn't make it
house.
out there. Yeah, we got the Newfies in the house.
That's one of those regrets
Yeah, we
had,
haven't regret.
and about not have make it to Newfoundland being that close. But you know what? It's an excuse to go back.
Yeah, we do have to get back to Newfoundland. We heard amazing things about it. And we know the people are amazing. So, yeah, we got to get out there.
Paul, do you love Kevin as much as the twinkling in your eyes say you do?
Absolutely. We have a very much a bustling bromance.
Yeah.
And to know Kevin is to love him. I know a lot of you guys, like we hear it all the time. People are scared of Kevin. You know, some people, you know, there's a love-hate thing with Kevin. We have some people out there. If you know Kevin, if you've been and met Kevin, you'll love the guy. He's an amazing person. He'll give you his shirt off his back. And Laura is the exact same way. And that's why these guys are our friends. If these were not nice people, they wouldn't be in our lives. So,
But here's
In
the
fact,
thing.
here.
yeah, give me the shirt off your back, Kevin. Look at that.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
This is it.
See, look at that. He gave me the shirt off his back.
But here's the thing. As the wives, you can always ask the wives, do they have a bromance? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you have to tell a story about when you were going to go out. To...
That's super funny. We were in Lake Mead and Paul was outside just hanging out in one of the chairs. So Kevin, because he saw him outside hanging by himself, he was going to go and join him. And what did Laura said?
Oh, you're going to go out with your boyfriend? And he's like, yes.
So he's like, yes, they
Yeah.
are very close.
Actually, if that you see the last video, we almost kissed on the monorail.
Oh my God, that was so scary
So
close.
close. It was so close.
Even Laura and I, we were like, oh my God, that was scary close.
It freaked Kevin and I out. We were like, oh. That's pretty funny. So now everyone's going to go watch that video.
What do you do for work?
For work, I am a male stripper. I have a traveling show. And when we go to the old age 55 plus communities, I go dance for old ladies. That is not true.
That's why we're starving.
I'm a starving artist.
No, we
No.
have different kind of businesses. It's like we have one in Las Vegas. It's called Picasso.
Picasso Auto Spa, yes.
And we had that business already for 10 years,
10 years
at
now.
this point. It's like, oh my God, time flies.
Yeah, it's
really.
crazy. We
And
started that in 2007.
obviously, we have YouTube money. It's like,
Yeah. We made $467 last month on YouTube. Whoop, whoop.
And I'm the one that invests the money for the family. So I'm just like slowly but surely growing the money.
Lori is not just a pretty face. She's a stock trader too. She's smart cookie. So yeah,
Yeah.
Lori does some stock trading for us, and that helps a lot. And yeah, it's you know, our other business, it's a brick and mortar company. We have some amazing people working for us. I know that we probably have Cliff watching tonight. And if not, Cliff watches a lot of our videos. He's one of our kids that work for us. He's probably 30 something years
He's
old,
my
but
age, yeah.
awesome bunch of people that we have working for us.
We
Anna
have an
is our
we have an amazing
crew. Anna's our general manager, and she runs the show for us while we're not here, and we're very blessed in that respect.
And they're the ones that really allow us to do this because they run the business very well. So
Yeah.
yes.
So that, and we're looking at delving into other things. We're not sure yet. Kevin and I are gonna, and Brian we're gonna work on a tilting solar thing. We'll show you guys that. It's amazing.
Is it gonna be coming up
Somebody needs to
2021?
hop on and meet somebody.
Oh, is that right?
It's not terrible, but
It's not terrible.
it's
Somebody's
gonna get annoying.
being an ass. All right. Well, where's my
There's
phone?
always one.
Are we going to Alaska?
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to Alaska.
All right.
That's a question. Oh, I think he made that question.
All right, I'm gonna jump on it. I'm gonna jump on and mute somebody here.
Are you guys thinking about a diesel coach?
No.
See, here's the thing. Remember, I told you guys that we're debating about upgrading, not upgrading, and every time I tell Paul let's upgrade, he's no, no, no. But then I found this one coach that I show him, and that has been the only one that he has really like almost said yes, and it's a diesel actually, and not because we want a diesel. This one's happened to be a diesel. It's like, but we are not looking into a diesel at all. We feel we don't need it. We also want a smaller coach. Most of the diesels, they're bigger coaches. But yeah, this specific one, I'm still a little bit kind of like leery about it. I'm still have it and right there, like posted on my page as a like.
Where's all your stuff at?
What stuff?
Your stuff.
Here's the thing. We got rid of 98% of the stuff. We got rid of it. We really have nothing. We sold all the furniture. We sold like everything we have, donated most of the stuff, kitchen stuff, appliances, all of that. It's away. The only thing we have is a 4x5 little tiny storage. And actually, we just showed it in one of the videos. I think it was like 2 videos ago. Tiny, teeny storage where we have documents from the business that we have to keep for 7 years. And just like a few trinkets, is like here and there that we just wanted to keep pictures too and stuff like that. So that's the only stuff we have. Otherwise, it's like here's what we have in the RV is what we have.
Yeah, we very, very little stuff. And guys, just kind of bear with me here. Very, very little stuff. And that's one of the things that we've learned about RVing is that you don't need stuff. We're trading the stuff for experiences. And it's been a much more powerful position to be in than having stuff. Stuff keeps you in one spot. Stuff handcuffs you to a specific area.
I don't see it that way.
I do.
I don't see it that way. I mean, we both have different opinions on that. It's like some people, they just like to go part-time and still have a home. It's like the Hamptons are going to do that. I mean, the Hamptons are going to go put everything, literally everything on storage, furniture, everything. And they're gonna go on the road for 2 years is their plan, and then come back. They already have a different house. They're selling their big house, but they have a smaller house that they're gonna keep, and they're gonna come back to that smaller house and just be there part-time, and then traveling there be like 6 months out of the year and living their house 6 months out of the year. So
are we still live or did I screw that up?
No, you're still going.
Okay.
So I think that's that's the difference between people. Is like Paul feels like it's stuff that handcuffs him. There's other people that they need their stuff, and then compromises do part-time. I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to you guys.
Yeah, buddy. So
yeah,
keep going, and I'll.
I guess there's a hater there trying to block people, so that's why.
Yep. Sorry.
This is becoming a mess.
Tell us about how's the composting toilet been? Update 1.5 year.
Well,
update.
I have to say, year and a half update. When we first got it, I thought I was gonna hate it. I was not gonna like it, and actually, I love it. There's no smell. There is. It's just so easy to use. I mean, there's like a tiny, teeny bit that is like when you dump the pee tank. There's a smell to it, but besides that, I mean, it's like. I mean, it's just, I love it. These guys over here, they literally just transitioned a few months ago. I think it was like, what, 2 months ago?
Yep.
And as a newbies, what do you think about it?
It's awesome. I think you just have to have the right coconut core, like whatever you're going to
Oh,
use.
yes,
Because
sure.
the first time that we did it, when we got it, I was anxious to get it installed. And I just got coconut core from like the local nursery, and it was horrible.
Yes.
But now that we have the regular thing, I mean, it's just dumping the pee and it's like
yeah, because you even like changed the soil part of it,
Yeah.
and you said it's just like soil. I mean, you don't smell, you don't see anything. It's just like soil.
Yeah, when you go to clean it out, it just smells like potting soil, like dirt. It's
yes,
crazy.
so it's not scary at all. I think there is this misconception that you're gonna be looking or seeing your little like things over there, and it's not at all. It's not that way. It's just soil, like literally. So it has been amazing.
Okay.
Somebody, I saw somebody as I was going through there. Let me address the one thing. Somebody said, "Why not a diesel?"
Yeah.
For me, it's more money than I need to spend on a coach. We paid $32,000 for this coach. and it has gotten us everywhere we need to go. It has done everything we've need to do. Somebody at one time said, well, you must be having problems with the coach that you haven't mentioned online. Absolutely not true. I've spent $200 repairing the engine on this coach, done 25,000 miles on it. An oil change, because I do them myself, is $60. Kevin and I, when we were at Camp Cummins in Phoenix.
Oh yeah, that's a good story.
A guy said, the guy next to us, he was in for what? Something to do with his fuel system, right, Kevin? He had like a component on his fuel system was out, and he goes, yeah, it's going to cost me $4,100. And I was like, I can almost replace the entire motor in this thing for $4,100. If you have money to burn and money is no object to you, I say go get a diesel coach. If you need to pull more than 5,000 pounds, which if you're going to pull a big truck or you want to pull a huge amount of trailer because you need to carry all your stuff with you, get a diesel. But for everyone to say that you absolutely have to have a diesel, to me is just, it's just not necessary for the extra money that you're going to pay for.
Like Paul said, this money is not object, and it's where you want to go. You're going to head, and you're going to be just like cruising back and forth through the Rocky Mountains in Colorado. It's like, go ahead, get a diesel. But it's not only the initial cost of it. What people don't understand is the maintenance of it. The maintenance of it is like even change of oils is going to be 2-3 times more than a gas one. It's like all kind of maintenance in a diesel is going to be more expensive than a gas coach. If we're going to be in the middle of nowhere and this thing breaks, Paul can at least go and try to troubleshoot through it and just wrench on it. It's like a diesel, not the case.
Right.
So it's like when you're coming to a diesel, you're coming also and paying like the big bucks on maintenance after that.
Right.
So not because the coach itself is cheaper, because we know a lot of people that they have cheaper diesels, means that you can afford to maintain it afterwards. Now we know, like Brian and Lori, they have an older diesel, but he's an excellent troubleshooter mechanic. So he knows his stuff. He knows his way around it. So that's a great example of like, he can have one.
Does a diesel ride better? Absolutely. Absolutely. Can it pull a lot more weight? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I need to pull a 4,000 pound edge. That's all. That's it. Mm-hmm. I don't need a whole bunch of other stuff in the coach. Like, can I have more storage in a diesel? Yes. I don't want to store anything else. So that's my take on it. For me,
we're not being haters about diesels.
No.
I mean, if you want a diesel, go ahead.
If you have the money, do it.
It's like for us, it's like doesn't make sense because we have not felt the need of the diesel on pulling to hills. I mean, this coach has done
We've
great.
never had a problem pulling hills.
Pull our edge. This coach handles that. And having to carry more stuff, we don't need more stuff with us. We have downsized enough that we don't need more stuff with us. And so it's like there is no reason actually.
And Kevin, have you had one thing that you thought that a hill that you couldn't pull because you didn't have a diesel, or that you felt unsafe because you didn't have the diesel? No, right? Yeah.
I mean, it definitely, you get the more struggle going up the hill.
Sure, it's going to take you more time.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm not living in that climate usually.
Right.
Like, that's like a once, every couple of months thing.
Right.
And it is
but yes, if you have the money to buy a diesel, buy a diesel. It's going to be a better ride. It's going to be better overall. But for the money, for me, I don't know. Although I do like that Rexall Air Bus.
He actually just disclosed the one coach that I said that he might jump into.
I do like the Rexall Air Bus. That thing was nice. The 2010 Rexall Air Bus. So that guy's gone. I booted him. So what else?
People are psyched on so much Ozzy tonight.
Well, Ozzy's just kind of hanging out, just he sees himself on camera and he's like, I am the star.
No, Ozzy is the ones that in the daytime he wants to sleep, but if there's something happening there, like right now there's too much going on, it's like he wants to be part of it. So he is right here, part of it.
What else? What else is going on out there, gang?
Let's see here. So
hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's having a great year so far. It's been a great year.
You're at 450.
Holy smokes, people.
Oh my God. It's like, this is so overwhelmingly cool. It's like, thank you guys for tuning in.
Man,
they're all here to
see your coach. I keep forgetting.
What year? Our coach is a 2006. It's an old girl. She's old.
You guys are all here just to see Ozzy. Look at him. How cute he is.
Amazing, amazing. And folks, please make sure that if you know we're in your area, reach out. We're not going to be able to say hi to everybody. We love meeting you guys out. We really want to be different. I know when we were in Quartzsite, we met some people that said that other YouTubers don't like to meet them, or they felt like they were getting brushed off. We are going to try to meet you if we can. if we're in your area, but sometimes it's tough, but we are going to, I love it. I love it. We had such a blast in Quartzsite. Let me address Quartzsite just brief. Everyone, there were some people saying hateful stuff about Quartzsite, that it was a dirt bowl and that it was homeless people and stuff. Yes, it had all of that stuff. It's a dirt bowl. There were homeless people there, but we had such a blast, although these guys weren't here. But the people we met, oh my goodness, we had an amazing time there. We had a lot of fun there. It was awesome.
Something about Quartzsite, and it's literally like 1 week to 2 weeks a year, is that everybody creates their own little groups where you have things in common and you get together. And that's the nice part. Are you like in the middle of the desert in a dust bowl? Absolutely.
Yeah. Like, it's dusty, it's dirty.
I was sick of cleaning dust in my RV, like the kitchen literally like 2 times a day. So it was horrible in that respect. But just the fact that you were there with people that you have things in common and have fun and just talk and have like a far.
We had people over at the RV almost every single night having campfires and stuff. It was cool.
Yeah,
it was
we were
cool.
Like we said, we were really staying there for 2-3 days, and we stayed there like for a week.
Yeah, we were hesitant about going. We really didn't want to go, and we went up there for almost 10 days.
Yeah.
What else we got going on out there?
Dude, how was the snow in Vegas yesterday?
That was crazy.
Was crazy.
We got Richard and Cheryl 2 new batteries. Their old coach batteries were toast. So we were putting 2 new batteries in Richard and Cheryl's coach, and we were putting as soon as we started putting the 2 new batteries in ours, it got freaking cold and the snow started coming down. It was crazy. But today it was nice out again. So
we
nuts.
Had a nice hike today in the sun.
And we'll have that on video in the next couple of days. That was pretty crazy.
Yep. Where to next?
Where to next? This is what we were talking about earlier, where we don't know usually where we're going to be next week. We know
we didn't know where we were going to come back from the hike. If we were going to
yeah, when we came back from our hike, we're like, are we staying tonight? Are we going to do the next day? We really kind of try to keep it so like fluid, but we do know that during March break, which is like the 10th through the 25th, we're going to be in this area, Grand Canyon, which is going to be freaking cold. My daughter Allie, we know you guys, it's going to be cold. Sedona area, still kind of in the Las Vegas area. Over the next couple of days, we're going to be around the Valley of Fire. We're going to do some hiking in the Valley of Fire over the next week. We are going to be back in Vegas because we've got some stuff being shipped here, so we want to stay close to get that done.
The solar we were talking about.
So yeah, the solar stuff. And then after that, we don't really know. I
would like to actually head towards Southern California. It's where
Palm
I would
Springs,
like
Palm
to
Desert.
see myself probably after Sedona. After Sedona, I just go towards that side because beach area is super nice, and go to Palm Springs area too. It's very cool. So I think there's nothing obviously set. So it's wherever the wind take us.
Yeah. Any suggestions? Anybody got a place we can stay? You got a house in the Southwest?
There's plenty of houses, but there's been a lot in Canada and Pennsylvania. Yep.
Yeah, we can't do Pennsylvania right now. We'll be back over there because we loved that area of town.
Eventually.
I can't, who can't go back to Intercourse, Pennsylvania? Come on now.
All right, this is a good one.
Uh-oh.
When will the motorhome experiment become more than just an experiment?
Wow. I don't know.
That's too profound for me. What's next?
That's pretty profound. Yeah, that's above my pay grade.
Yeah, and what's next after experiment? We cannot change the name of the channel at this point.
Yeah, it's hard to change the name of the channel,
the Motorhome experience.
That's my
oh man,
that's too funny.
Sorry, it's inside joke here.
See, I think the experiment is always going to be how long can you do this before you get tired and want to grow roots? Because I know in the back of Lorena's mind, she is wanting to lay roots down somewhere. In the back of my mind, I'm like, screw it.
I'm not doing
keep the wheels turning forever.
I'm not doing this forever. I'm not doing this until I'm 70, 80, 90 years old. It's like at some point I'm going to want a house and all that. I mean, right now.
Well, for me, that's only a few weeks.
Right now we have open date on when to finish this. I mean, we don't know when we're going to finish this.
Right.
So the experiment is like many, many things. It's not only like, it started like if I was gonna like it, if this lifestyle was gonna work for us. Now that we know it worked and we love it, I guess an experiment is like
how many people can we convert to the lifestyle?
There you go.
Right.
So it's always like an open-ended experiment.
Right.
That we have.
Right. That's a great question. I love it. I love that. That is amazing.
Oh my God, he's not paying attention.
It's tough.
Well,
when
we
you have
tried
400 people asking
yeah.
questions,
Why we
gang,
tried-
Hold on.
it is so hard.
465 right now.
465 people on right now. That's
Give me a second.
craziness.
Around the
Holy
world.
smokes. Around the world.
That's
Again,
insane.
it just blows my mind that you guys are here,
That
and
means-
we love
see,
it.
That means that we have 460 people interested in the lifestyle and just travel and
That's
do it
part
on
of the
their
experiment.
own terms and just do their own thing. And that's pretty amazing that you have that in you.
Yeah, that is cool. That is cool that you guys are looking at this lifestyle. It is amazing. There's plenty of room.
Yeah.
Plenty of room out
I
here.
mean, there's a spot on the other side of us.
Yeah, there's a park over there.
There's plenty of room up here.
There was a spot right next to us, but a guy parked like right next to
But
us.
not in Phoenix. Don't try and get a place.
But
in Phoenix
yeah,
in the
don't try to get a
wintertime. Oh my
fake
God.
place in Phoenix in the
We
winter.
find out that
Holy smokes.
Phoenix is harder to get in Phoenix and the campgrounds there than it's harder to get in the Key West on the Keys.
Right.
When we went to Florida.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It
Well,
is
because everything's
crazy.
55 plus there.
And
Because
then,
I'm so young, I can't get into those places.
and what is not is totally full. And then we're trying to get a campsite like 2 weeks after courtside. Impossible. Like literally
Yeah.
impossible.
Yeah, everybody vacates out of Quartzsite and heads into Phoenix.
Yes.
What
See,
else?
What are you guys doing for health insurance? Doug D.
Oh my God.
Health insurance. There's that such a thing?
We tried to do health insurance this year for the first time, and we quoted it, and it's just a ridiculous amount of money that they wanted.
Until you need it.
And oh yeah, of course, it's like that's why every time that he's trying to do crazy stuff, I try to stop him as much as I can, because I know we don't have insurance. We're not insured. If anything happens to us, like disease or something like that, we will go to our countries of origin.
Right.
I think if it's like an emergency thing, we will handle it at the time.
I tell Lori, if I break anything, just put me on an airplane, ship me back to Canada, and I'll figure it out when I get there.
But we don't have health insurance. But it was, oh my God, it was like for both of us, it was like $750 a month, like just to be insured and have it there on the background without even using it, maybe.
So
Probably.
we've literally been together. We've been together going on 11 years now and never had it. So we've put money away for stuff like that for a rainy day. And that's kind of how we've self-insured.
Yes.
And so we're right about kind of a little bit under break even, because Lori had not a hernia surgery,
A gallbladder.
a gallbladder surgery. So that cut into that fund a little bit. But we've been, essentially rolling the dice, which is ridiculous. But we did try to get it for our employees this year. And it's so complex. The whole insurance thing is so ridiculously complex that if we got insurance for some of our employees, it would hurt the other employees. So we
We're
won't get into all that.
getting
Yeah.
into-
Yeah. We
you're
won't get
getting
into all that,
But no, insurance or no.
yeah, we don't have insurance.
How old are you guys?
How are we?
How old do I look?
I'm gonna
Every-
go with 27. 22.
Oh, you're
my
such
God.
a liar.
The Bromance right here. He's trying to get some tonight.
I am 53 years young, and Lorena,
I'm 35.
35
Everybody
years.
tells me I look 28 for some reason. Thank you
Yes.
so much, but I'm 35.
There is 18 years difference between us. Yes. I robbed the cradle,
But it works.
but it works somehow. Not always, but it works somehow.
Yeah, okay, yeah. People had some funny answers for you guys.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
About our
How
age?
they look. Yeah,
Oh,
Paul's a
geez.
big
Yeah.
teenager.
Yeah, I'm a
That's
big
the
teenager.
thing. He's
Yeah.
immature. I'm the mature one. So we meet in the middle. He's
Yeah.
like, we offset each other.
Yeah, as I'm sure most guys are. I mean, most 53-year-old men are still 18 years old in their head.
My theory is like every man at 15 years old, they stop growing mentally. So,
Wow.
no, it's true. It's
Wow.
like,
See what I have to put up with, guys?
I'm not saying a negative way. I'm just saying like you have more expensive toys, but you still kids inside.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. That is true.
Amazing.
Amazing.
A lot of people are asking about Laura.
All right.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about
address
that, Laura.
Let's address Laura. This is gonna get
So
Why?
sad.
why we need a piano
Well,
here
here, I can
to start like playing the piano.
Okay, Laura,
How are you?
how are you?
I'm good.
All right, boom. There we go. We got it.
Everybody always wonders why Laura doesn't talk. That's
I took a 10-mile hike today, so
Yes, it's like, so she's doing good. She's changing some of her eating habits that we all should do. It's like that's one thing. Eating less oil and just eating more of the good stuff. She's in a plant-based diet, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yes. So she's
Well,
taking
she's been
care of
plant-based for a
herself.
long time.
Yeah,
Just
but whole food,
No, whole food,
plant-based.
whole food
plant-based.
plant-based.
Yeah.
So all the junk food, all the, because there's still a lot of vegan processed food and all that. She just kicked it out of her house, and right now she's going hardcore healthy. So yeah,
I did not even have Ronald's Donuts.
Yeah, she didn't have
That's a
Ronald's
big
Donuts.
thing. That's a big deal on the vegan world. It's like I felt so bad for her because we were all stuffing our faces with vegan donuts that are pretty amazing, and she was just like trying
Yeah,
to
I
shut
get
herself down so she would not see anything or smell anything.
Right.
Everyone's saying, Laura, don't hog the conversation.
always. And I want to address the vegan thing just quick because we've had a couple people talk about the the vegan food thing, yuck, or whatever. We're not trying to convert anybody. If you guys watch the channel, it's what we eat. So if you watch another channel and they eat steaks and they eat chicken and stuff, that's what they're going to show on their channel. It's not like we're not pushing
And
this stuff down your throat. It's just this is what we eat.
And
We
the
don't care
reason-
whether you do that or
the
not.
reason why we started to show food in the very first place is because a lot of
Everybody
you guys
asked.
was wondering what do we eat. It's like, what do you eat? Like, if you're vegetarian, what do you eat? So we start showing what do we eat, and a lot of you guys actually had give it a shot. That's amazing. But
Right.
this is how much I do not push it. I was vegetarian 1.5 years before he was even vegetarian. It's like I was cooking 2 meals because I was not gonna even push it to my own husband.
Oh yeah, I was telling her I'm not
So-
eating that stuff.
That rabbit food, he
Rabbit
will tell me all the
food.
time.
I'm a
It's
steak and potatoes guy.
So that's why we will not push it to you guys. You can
Nope.
eat whatever you want to eat. We will go and hang
Yep.
out with you. If you want to have a steak, have a steak. We will
Yep.
have our own thing.
We'll figure it out. We can still hang out and have a meal.
Yes, it's like it's up to you. But some of you have given it a shot and you have liked it actually.
Or if you're my mom, we just eat plants and dirt in her
That's
eyes.
what she says. We that should be good for you, for your heart.
Yeah, it's
For
also
what
good for
people
your heart.
said.
But Laura is doing great, and I tell you what, it's an eye opener when someone who eats as clean as Laura does has a heart attack. Boy, oh boy, it makes you like kind of take a second look at what I'm eating and what I'm putting in my mouth, what I'm putting in my body. So yeah, it's crazy,
Mhm.
crazy, scary stuff. Scary
Anything
stuff.
you
Yeah.
want to add? No. No,
1
I
month
think she's
in, good bill of health. She did an 8-mile hike today, so got the
I
heart
think she's
pumping.
good to go.
I just want to say thanks to everybody who's been reaching out to us. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it means the world to us. Like, it keeps us going. Like, it was tough. So, just
Yep.
want to say thanks. That's all.
Cool.
See,
I don't know if you guys could
that's-
hear Kevin say
That's
thanks,
the
but
cool thing about this community. We all support each other and we try to see if we're okay. And that's the one amazing thing about creating our own little YouTube channel and our own community. So thank you guys for being here for them. For us, it's like, thank you so much.
and one thing before I forget, so John Senesi doesn't keep messaging me and rip me a new one. John Senesi is a gentleman we met in Boston, one of our viewers, and he, out of the goodness of his own heart and for whatever reason, started the Adventure Nation Friends Club on Facebook. So just Google, go to Facebook, search Adventure Nation's Friend Club. They just talk about us behind our backs, which is
I
cool.
know. Good and bad, I guess.
Yeah, good and bad. If you guys want to just kind of talk about the motorhome experiment or just RV stuff in general, come on over to Adventure Nation Friends Club and say hello.
Yes.
So we don't know what we're doing with that yet, but
I
it's
was
there
gonna say,
just in
well,
case.
That's Adventure Nation Friends Club. It's John Senesi. Like,
That's
we
John's
have
thing.
no touch to it. It's like it's you guys chatting with each other
Yeah,
he's like,
we pop
yes.
in there every now and then and say weird stuff and then leave.
and leave.
But yes, thank you, John, for doing that. That's amazing. Kevin's trying to keep up with comments. What are all you guys drinking tonight?
Somebody said that the video just went blurry and they're not drinking. So
It could very well be. Again, we're on cell data here, so it could be
Hotspot
horrible.
with the cell booster.
Yeah.
Trying to boost it.
So sorry if it's not doing well.
are we going to Oatman, Arizona?
Yes, we will be going to Oatman.
Yes.
We got to show these guys the Oatman stuff. We went when we first got the coach. We drove Route 66 between Kingman and Oatman. I don't recommend doing that for a 34-foot coach, especially if you're towing.
I would say we didn't have a tow.
Right.
Yet.
Don't do that. Go the long way around. But yes, we're going to go to Oatman. It's really cool. Little old West ghost town. Cool. Yeah, we'll see that.
Are we going to make it a Red Rock? I keep saying we. Are you guys going to make it a
Red Rock.
Well, we're pretty much a
we
group
drove
here.
through Red Rock the other day, and just to show these guys around.
It was a windy, crappy day.
Windy, crappy day. So this time of the year is not great up there.
But we saw one donkey.
But we did see a donkey, and it wasn't Kevin.
Wow.
And we will go up there. Hiking probably within the next month would be great. Because then the weather will be nice. But right now it's a little chilly.
I'm not sure we're making it over there.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like, so let's see. But we at least drove through it, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, if you guys check out the recent Vegas video, I can't get enough of it. I love Vegas. We have a love-hate with Vegas. But the last video that we did, I loved it. I loved going there, showing Laura for the first time. Kevin had been there a few times on business, so that was cool. What else we got?
Do you really make money with that YouTube stuff?
No. So here's what happens with YouTube. It's a trickle. And that's why so many of these other channels, they jumped on board YouTube thinking, oh, we're going to make a bunch of money showing people our lives. And it doesn't happen. So then they jump on the other income trains, Patreon and things like that. Last month, we did $467 on our YouTube views. So it's not a significant amount of money.
Not for the amount of work he's putting on. I mean, he really spends so many hours and hours and hours doing this. I mean, some people will say, it's like, well, $450 a month is not that bad. It's like, well, if he will spend the same amount of time just being a Walmart greeter, he will make so much more money. I would make
more money as a Walmart greeter. Yes, I would. But it's kind of like solar. You can't justify the money, but you do it anyways. Same thing with YouTube.
I think it's more about building the community. I mean, we are like, I wouldn't like to say this word, but it's like we're blessed enough to have a business that's sustaining our lifestyle.
Right.
That we really are not doing the YouTube thing for money. It's like, if anything, we're doing the YouTube thing to create a community. And the end goal has never been really to make like a full solid income.
Yes, it is. No,
so it didn't start that way.
I would love to do that if I could make money on YouTube and be able to do this full time. I then do just this. I would, but it's just not. Yeah. It's just not reasonable. I'm not a 12-year-old prank video maker that gets millions of views. So
yeah, Fuzzy Wigglebutt says, "Congrats on making 25 cents an hour."
Yes,
I mean,
I actually figured it out once, and it was like $4.75 an hour or something like that. So
you got your glasses.
Ozzy just took my glasses. Why are you taking my glasses? So yes, thank you. Appreciate that. They're income shaming me. Instead of fat shaming me, I'm getting income shamed. You're broke. That's awesome.
Let's see. Leisure Traveling Locks asked, when do you leave for Alaska? For how long? And they're leaving to head there in May.
Oh, cool.
Oh, you guys are going to be early over there.
Yeah.
May, we're probably thinking about being on the Northwest coast, Oregon area, probably. I mean, still not way up there. We're actually thinking about going towards the end of the season.
Yeah, like August.
Yeah, probably full August over there. Mid-September, something like that. So I know other YouTubers are also going to Alaska, and they are going actually early in the year. So you might see other YouTubers there. Us will be like probably on your way down, you might see us.
Yeah. So yeah.
Cool. That's as far as like the plans we have. We really have nothing set in stone.
We know there's Alaska, and we're heading that way.
Yes.
Eventually.
But there's so much to see on the way up.
Yes.
That's it.
Lots to see. Lots to see.
Does it make a difference if they skip the ad before the video or if they watch it all the way through?
I don't know.
I think it makes a difference if you guys don't worry about that. You know, I'm such a weird person when it comes to that because yeah, we probably make more if you watch the ad all the way through. Don't worry about that stuff. Like this, let's have fun with this. Share it with your friends and family. Share it with people that you don't like. Try to make them watch us. That would be cool. Just share the channel with people. When you see it pop up on the Facebook thing, just hit share, or if you see it if you're watching it on YouTube, hit share and share it out to your favorite social media thing. Do that for us. I mean, if you watch the ads, great, and if you don't, that's fine too. And I don't even know how any of it works, really. I know it works off of views and we get so much per view, but I've never looked into it because I don't want it to be all about that. And as soon as it becomes all about that, it won't be fun. It would be fun if we made a boatload of money and I could do it. That would be fun. But to make it all about money, that's never fun ever. Like jobs that are all about the money are never fun. Just yeah.
How do people find you on the road?
Usually on Facebook. We'll check in more on Facebook than we do anywhere else because it's easy. YouTube's just too hard to check in. So if you're following us on Facebook, and I know a lot of people don't like Facebook, but it's the only way that we can do it.
But if you want to touch base with us, that's the best way.
Yeah, just shoot us a message on Facebook. If you see we're in an area, you'll see that we check into Oasis Campground, for example. We had a couple the other day. I don't know if they're watching.
Rick and...
Rick and Susan?
I think it's Rick and Susan, yeah.
I hope so. Sorry, Rick's wife. But they stopped in to the Oasis and said hello. So, reach out on Facebook. Hey, we're in the area. And reach out and say hello. And we'll try to do some meetups. Our problem is we're afraid to do a meetup somewhere and nobody shows up. And that would be depressing. We'll do a meetup in San Diego by the tree. And then nobody's there.
You will have to see this YouTuber that does like a spoof on the meetups and nobody shows up.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be depressing, but maybe we'll do that a little bit more on the West Coast as we travel up.
Do you miss Canada, and when are you going back to London?
That's a weird question because
this time of the year, I think this time of the year.
This time of the year, it would be no.
Easy question, yeah.
Because I'm not a big snow guy. I've always been a skier, a snowboarder, but I've never been really into the cold weather. If I could snowboard in the snow in 70-degree weather, that would be awesome. I don't think there's any place that does that yet. So Canada is absolutely beautiful.
In the summer.
Right. And it's an awesome place to visit.
In the summer.
Unless you like snow. So
in the summer.
In the summer. Yeah.
It didn't work.
But it's absolutely beautiful. The people are amazing. And I love my friends back in London. I've got some just amazing friends back there, back home. And I do miss those guys. I miss hanging out with them, and I love going back there. As far as when we're going back, it's going to be at least another year, year and a half.
No, we're going to go.
Well, we're going to Canada, but we're not going to London.
London. No. Once in a while, we'll fly just to see his family and friends. But since we were just there, it's like, I don't know when it's next time.
Yeah, it's tough to know, which is sad, but.
Yep.
Any advice for couples just starting out RVing?
Give yourselves a space in the RV that is yours. Kind of like that you somewhat claim it as yours. Like Paul's is where Kevin is sitting. Pretty much is there.
That's why Kevin's sitting there. He can feel my butt.
Go get your arm.
He had to make it weird. Somehow he has that thing about he makes things weird so easily. But anyway, myself here in the couch or in the bedroom, I will go and be on my phone, in my laptop, with my book, something like that, because you need your own space to just decompress and be away from each other. It's not like we're happy-lucky all the time. It's like sometimes we need our space. So you need to find that thing that you like to do and your own space within the same RV.
And now I'm going to tell the truth. And that space where Kevin's sitting, that's my space. All the other space, that's Lori's.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. That's how it works.
Because he's always in his computer in that space anyway.
Yeah.
So.
But just, don't be, if you have a miserable marriage and you get into an RV.
Oh, it's going to be worse.
It's going to be worse.
A miserable relationship.
A miserable relationship. Yeah. It will be worse. Getting into an RV is not going to fix that. Not going to fix that. Mm-hmm. Don't think that, hey, well, let's get out and travel and that's going to fix everything. Not going to do that. If you have an awesome relationship, this is going to make it even more awesome. Mm-hmm. And just like every other marriage or every other relationship, there's great days and there's bad days. There's days that we want to kill each other, and there's days where we want to do nothing but hold each other's hands and go on adventures together. So figure out that space. I think having that place to go, and a lot of times in the RV, it's outside. You might go for a walk. You might go for a run. You might just go drive the car. Just like if you were at home and you were having issues.
That's why these guys are thinking and going into a Class B. I don't know how they're going to handle that. One in the kitchen and one in the bedroom, I guess. I don't know.
But and then just again, keep it light. Like know that today might be your last, so know that you need to tell your spouse that you love them, and just live every day together like it's your last.
Yes.
Can I add something?
Sure.
Is that cool?
Yeah, let's add, because these guys have been a little over a year now too, a year and a half.
Longer than them.
Yeah, longer than us.
I'm just kidding. The walls are thin.
Oh yeah.
Fart and poop jokes aren't as funny as they used to be.
Yeah, no.
And get used to it. Everybody poops.
Right.
Right? There's a book on it.
Yeah.
Like, read it. It's all about it. You know, everybody has their space in the RV.
Yeah.
Like, there's times when Laura and I will get at each other, and one person goes to the front, one person goes to the back, or one person just goes outside on a walk. And that's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
just like normal, right? I mean,
I guess just like in a house when somebody goes into the kitchen and another one goes to watch TV or something like that. Is that same scenario? Just here is like square footage is a lot smaller. So yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully that helps. I don't know.
everybody just said they love what you just said.
Okay. Thank you.
Let's see here. Where's the best place for the bathroom in the RV? I would say in the bathroom.
Yeah, in the bathroom.
That's where it should be.
I will say with the composting toilet, I have went while it's not in the bathroom. It's kind of weird.
It is weird.
Yeah, because I was painting the bathroom and then I put the composting toilet outside and Paul's like, I have to go. I'm like, okay, so close the other doors. And it's like he was in the bedroom.
And there's that moment for TMI on TME.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, see? It just
See,
started.
It just started.
TMI and
We were
TME.
thinking on doing a new part called TMI on TME. Too much information on TME.
And this is
that was
TMI
one of
on
those.
TME.
That was a little bit much. Yes, I pooped on the toilet
but
outside of the bathroom.
Guys, this is the kind of stuff you cannot really like record or put in video. So it's like this is a kind of opportunity I have to say something like that.
Yeah.
There was a good comment.
Again, you guys, absolutely incredible that you guys hang out with us, and we love it. I mean, we absolutely love it. Our community here isn't as big as some of the other channels, but I will say I see people commenting and I see you guys watching and stuff like that. I don't see you watching. I'm not at your house watching that. You see you watching, but but I see the comments and I see the amount of views that we have for our smaller community, and it's incredible. We're far more engaging than any other channel. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it's incredible.
Actually, I just wanted to add one more thing.
Yeah.
Like, you learn to work more as a couple when you're in the RV. It's like each of us has our own to-dos around the RV.
Yes.
Like cleaning, working on the outside versus doing work on the inside. Like, we all have our space, and we know, you've got to pick up after yourself.
Right.
But we each have our own things.
Can you tell that to Paul?
Yeah.
He's like, pick up after yourself.
Hey,
Wow.
Paul,
Thanks,
pick up
Kevin.
after yourself.
Throw me under the bus.
I didn't do it. Shit.
All right. But yeah, that you do separate tasks that way. Like when we're ready to go, we can literally be closed up and out of a campsite in a matter of 10 or 15 minutes because inside stuff's happening. I'm doing the outside stuff. Yes. And I know the slides are coming in. I know what she's doing inside when that happens. And it's bam, everybody has their job.
I don't know from who we stole this. We stole it from somebody. It's not like we are this creative. But we have what is the PJs and the BJs, the pink jobs and the blue jobs.
I think we stole that from Mark and Julie.
Yeah,
from RV Love, I think.
But it's like I have my tasks that I do when we're just like taking everything into place so we can move on the road, or when we're setting up somewhere, is like then bringing everything out. So I have my task. He has his own task.
Lori does the pink jobs. Amazing. I do the BJs in this house. TMI on TME.
You do the what?
I do the BJs. Blue jobs. Blue jobs. Come on now.
We got off on
Kevin, just wait. Fan yourself. Fan yourself. Fan yourself.
Yeah, I'm sure this Callie who's in here
is Callie on tonight?
Oh boy,
Callie, come on now. You want to see us in Speedos? Kevin and I. She wants to see us in Speedos,
There's
dude.
been more than that in here.
Oh,
Callie,
I'll bet.
I have to
she's
say,
a sick woman.
You're one of those people that sometimes you make very nice comments about us. There's sometimes that you just make nasty comments. I'm not sure if like you like us
I'm
or
okay
you
with
don't
the
like
nasty
us.
Comments.
It's
all
like
good.
it's all like hot and cold with you. Not sure.
Okay. Let's see. Talking about having to level the RV and like nasty weather,
Right.
like
Talking about
leveling blocks and winds.
So I will
talking about
say,
nasty weather. We just got into nasty weather
man.
a week ago. We were boondocking, government watch here in Lake Mead, and we have one beautiful day, and then the next day it just started 25-mile-an-hour winds,
It was brutal.
and it was shaking and rocking the RV. We all have to put our slides inside, so we were able to sleep pretty much.
Right.
And even with the slides inside, the awnings, right? They came out.
Yeah, the awnings did some weird stuff. Both mine and Kevin's awnings folded up weird because it was so windy. So leveling.
The RV.
And I do want to mention the slides because in one of the last videos, I had told Richard and Cheryl about getting level first and then putting the slides out. And I learned something new because someone said, not all coaches are that way. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Not all coaches are that way. I'm like, how can you put slides out if it's not level? Like, if you move this huge wall out and your coach isn't level, you're going to tweak things and break stuff. And I was like, that's crazy. Give me an example. Well, then I went online and found out that a lot of the diesel coaches, you actually put the slides out first before you level, which I still don't understand. So hopefully somebody will be able to explain that. I didn't go look at it because I don't have a diesel coach, but sometimes you're going to put slides out first before you level. Read the manual, owner's manual in your coach so that you know what you need to do.
Here's the thing. One time we saw, I can remember, in a Walmart, somebody with their slide out and no jacks down, and the coach was literally just on one side.
Yeah, it was all tilted and jacked up. It was on the side of the street in Hot Springs, Arkansas.
It was horrible. I was like, I don't know what they can do.
And I'm like, I don't know how that doesn't bind the slide and break stuff, but I did find that out. So we don't know anything by any means, and we're constantly learning ourselves. So we did find that out.
So,
but if it's nice, if it's bad weather, we push a button on the dash and drop the levels down, and it auto levels, and then we just put the slides out. That's one thing that we love about the Class A lifestyle. Like if we pulled in here last night and it was pouring rain,
yeah,
we could have dropped the slides and dropped the jacks, put the slides out, went to sleep.
Don't have to go outside.
Never go outside at all. So if nothing else, that sells it for me.
I mean, there's gotta be
Class
some
A.
compromising, right? Because trailers and fifth wheels
Sure.
have more room inside
Yes.
once they're all open up, but you have to travel in the truck. So
Right.
I love having my bathroom accessible because he will never stop. So I love like in the middle while he's driving, he's like, I'll be back. I'm going in the back and just
Right.
go into the bathroom.
Yeah, all of this stuff is based on our opinions, by the way. You know, you guys don't have to agree with us. We don't expect you to.
No,
So.
it's like everybody has different ways of traveling and
Yeah.
different expectations and different everything. So
Absolutely.
So there was a comment by John who said, so in between BJs, you level the coach.
That is awesome. Oh man, I love you guys. You guys are amazing.
See, you started it.
Yeah, I started it. That's my fault.
What's the longest you guys have boondocked?
I think that was
Especially now that you have now you have a portable solar panel.
right.
Now that you've got the composting toilet.
Boondock being like just dry camping or boondock like in the middle of nowhere? I mean, can be like a parking lot boondock.
Right. So here's
I'm
the
trying
deal
to
with
think.
boondocking, dry camping, and all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
If you're not going to be around other couples, you can boondock a lot longer because you can go maybe an extra day between showering and things like that. If you're going to be where you're around other couples all the time, you're still kind of
Other
limited.
people.
Other people, you're still kind of limited because you're going to, obviously got to watch personal hygiene and things like that. So I think the most we've ever done is like 7 or 8 days, but we didn't have the solar then, and we really weren't super conservative with water and stuff like that. We still have some tweaking to do on that. We haven't done as much of that as some of the other people.
No, here's the thing too. Is like one. First of all, we get bored very easy, so we can be probably in a place boondocking for a week, but at some point we're gonna be okay. It's time to move on and time to go.
Right.
And I think there is when we move. That's why we also don't stay in places for too long. It's like
Right.
we get bored. We know people that they have stayed in like one same spot for months. I mean, literally
Right.
for months boondocking, and it's just like not
Out in the middle of nowhere. I can't do it.
not our thing. I mean, it's not our thing. We like to be moving. We like going to places. So
We like a little bit of a combination of sometimes we want to go to the Las Vegas Strip and we want to hang out there and all the chaos and craziness. And then we're like, oh my God, we've had enough of that. And then we want to get out and go.
I would like to do the
Dry
test
camp.
though. I would like to do the
Yeah.
test, go on boondock and see how long we can last with our tanks because we have not even tested that. So
Right.
I would
So
like
we'll
to do
have
that.
to do that. And we just won't
Won't
be smelling
funny.
each other. Yeah. That's that. We didn't answer that question at
So
all.
yeah, I was just about to say everybody has said they literally have not said how many days.
7 to 8 days. That's the most we've ever done.
7 to
Yeah.
8.
7 to 8 days is
These
all we've
guys,
ever
I
done.
think, longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys have been like weeks, right?
A month.
No.
I mean years.
No, you haven't done
Oh my
yours.
God. You can never do a serious question.
For us, the most we have ever dry camped, I think, is 7 to 8 days. Like Quartzsite
Yeah,
was that long, but we
sometimes.
we did a dump station in between there,
Yeah.
so that doesn't really count.
But we were dry camping.
But we were dry camping,
that was
but
10 days.
Yeah,
and
but we
before
dumped
that,
in the middle of it.
Yeah.
That doesn't count. So we really need to test it. But I think 7 to 8 has been our longest.
No, but they didn't ask how long we can last boondocking. They say just like how long we have boondocked regardless of
Right.
the dumping.
Right.
So I mean, probably Quartzsite 10 days.
Yeah.
There you go.
10 days now. So
Well, but
7 and 8
that's
and
with
10.
with a dump in the middle of it. So I don't
I'm
think that
instigating.
counts. I know you're
I'm
instigating. Yes, Kevin's
Just like
being a pain in the
everybody's
ass.
asked me to do so far.
Yeah, I know.
How big are your tanks?
I have no idea.
80 gallons fresh water.
80 gallons.
Yeah, we
fresh
do know
water.
we have 80 gallons of fresh, and then I think our gray is 55 and our black is 45.
That's what I think ours is.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It's somewhere around in there. Yeah. When they're full, they're full. And when they're empty, they're empty. I mean, we've never measured. Okay,
the
well,
sensors never work.
the sensors don't work in
It
these
is what it is.
old coaches anyway, so we never know. I know that we have 75-gallon fuel tank.
That's the one upgrade that we saw at Quartzsite, and we wish we would have bought it at that time because you cannot get it online. It's just kind of like only a show thing, and it's the sensors that go on the outside of your tanks because ours are not very accurate, and that will have help.
The sensors that are in the tanks, they are a little nozzle that sticks in there. They get paper on them or soap or whatever, and they never read right after that, or toilet paper.
Yeah.
These ones are on the outside of the tank, but they were like $500.
But they were Bluetooth and everything, so you didn't even have to have somewhere to push the button in.
Yeah, and we will wind up doing that because it's just easier.
But that's more for an upgrade from older coaches. All the newer
Right.
coaches have the outside sensors.
Most of them, yeah.
So how do you marry the tanks? People are asking, like, so now that you don't use the black tank, how do you,
Right.
like, are you able to use both?
Right. So I'll do this visually with my hands as much as I possibly can. But you'll have a gray tank, which is a smaller one, and you have the black tank, right? They're side by side.
Hook up the
Right.
hose.
So yeah. So
Stop it! I know what you thought.
Jesus, you go.
I know he has.
I'm trying to do a serious demonstration here. Okay, so gray tank is a smaller, black tank is a larger opening. They go down into a single tube. That single tube, we put a valve on there so that it blocks that tube. All right. And then all we have to do is we can open the black tank valve and we can open the gray tank valve. It actually levels itself and goes between the two. And then we close those valves off. And then the bottom valve still stays shut. We fill up the gray tank a little bit more. We can open up the black tank, open up the gray tank, re-level those again. And then once they're full, you got to be careful again because the gray tank can hold more than the black tank. Once they're full, the black tank's full, then it's time to empty. Pull both those valves wide open, pull that bottom valve wide open, and away you go. It's not 100% accurate as far as a total leveling, but it works to add extra space to your gray tank. And our gray tank, of course, now never smells because it's been washed so many times, and there's never been any gray matter or black matter in the black tank anymore. The odor's literally gone, and that's the one huge plus about the composting toilet is that's gone. The bad side about the composting toilet is still the urine tank. It's just awful. But Kevin showed me something earlier, and we'll talk about that.
Well, people wanted me to point out. So this is the gray tank. That's what Lorraine was just showing. People just asked me to demonstrate.
He's like,
I figure.
see, you guys with dirty mind and you too.
Hey,
guys.
man, it's all good fun. How's your mom? Have you seen the flooding around London, Ontario?
I did not know there's flooding in London, Ontario.
I guess we should Google that.
We'll probably have to Google that. I'll have to call my mom. She hasn't mentioned it at all. So
well, but his mom and his brother live together in the same house. So if something actually happened, probably his brother did something about it.
Yeah, and they actually live by the Thames River. So I don't know if it's the Thames River that flooded or what happened. You guys are sure this is not London, England, right? It's London, Ontario. But I don't know. I know my mom's doing good.
This is all from Northern Lamb, so I think that I feel like they asked about London, Ontario.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, don't know. I'll have to check on that.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun. It's not.
Will Lorena drive the coach more this year? I mean, she literally only did it once last year.
Damn it, Lorena. Yeah, probably in open spaces. I mean, no, while we're going through California because it's so tight through there. Like on all the roads are so tiny and traffic is so heavy. I will not do that. I will leave that to the experts. Maybe we're going in an open road. I will do that. But
here's the deal: I do the driving. She does the kitchen. That's the deal we have. If she starts driving more, I'm gonna have to go near the flames on that open stove, and we don't want that happening.
We like Freya.
We like Freya too much. Yeah.
Tell us about Ozzy and traveling. So
he's
what are his different things?
So much better.
He hated it at first.
Literally within the last month, I mean, we're not even set up, and he just comes out. Like we just stop for a little bit, and he just comes out. Like, are we there yet?
He hides under the slide, under the back slide while we're driving down the road. We never see him. Actually, every now and then when you see him drop out of the top of this slide, it's because he went up there, didn't know we were going to take off. And then as we start to drive, he comes bolting down and goes into the back. But
he's used to it. I mean, he's used to the sounds. He's used to the driving. He's used to everything. Like he said, it took him a little while. I think the worst ones was the first 2 months. 2 months, he will cry. He will not like it. He couldn't find a good hiding spot. But then after that, it's like he will hate the travel time. But once we're somewhere, he will like it. But now the last few months, I mean, he doesn't mind any sound whatsoever.
Yeah, he's been really good, really good. Your pets, like the Hamptons, were worried about that with their 2 dogs, and from what I saw, their 2 dogs were more well behaved in the RV just over that first weekend than they normally are at their own home. Your pets will adapt. So if you guys are worried about, I don't know if I want to do this because I'm not sure if my pets will adapt, your pets will adapt quicker probably than you do, for the most part.
Yes.
Kevin's over there.
A lot of people are coming back with a lot of composting questions.
All right.
Do you dump / clean the composting toilet in the RV or outside? I
usually do it right.
There is 2 sections of the composting toilet, like the composting side of it.
Right. But like the urine, there's the urine tank, and the urine tank, you can take it out and either dump it down the sewer drain outside of your RV, which is, if you have full hookups, which is still weird for me because people see you carrying this jug of lemonade outside and dumping it down the thing.
Oh, you have to do it in the middle of the night.
So I usually, I'll do it in the middle of the night.
Very James Bondish, very ninja.
Yeah.
Dressed in black.
Yeah, dressed in black, wearing a hood so that they don't recognize you. And then, so that you do that, or you can put it down the shower, which again sounds disgusting, guys. But once you do it a few times, like you get over it.
Literally, it's like a little tank, and you open the drain. We have like a little drain that you just move it over, and it opens up, and we just dump it right straight to the drain. It's not like we are just like dumping it.
Yeah, we're not.
The shower.
Yeah, we're not dumping all over the floor of the shower. It's down the drain. So that's a little bit weird. And there's nothing worse than the smell of urine.
Yeah, it's like an ammonia smell.
Ammonia smell. So that's weird. But a little bit of hot water and down the drain, and a little bit of Febreze, you're good to go. The composting side of it, where the number twos are, when you take that off, it literally smells like soil. It's the weirdest thing ever, and I usually do it right here where I'm sitting.
Here's the thing: if we are boondocking somewhere, in the middle of nowhere, he will take it outside and do it outside. If we are kind of like in a campground and stuff, I mean, we have plenty of space here in the RV, so he will do it right here. And he's such an expert at this point, like he doesn't really drop any dirt or anything. I mean, it's like super clean.
Yeah. So you just put a garbage bag on it. You flip it over, knock a little bit of it out, flip it back. If there's a little bit still in the composting side of the toilet, that's okay, because it just helps promote the compost and the new stuff. We have compost always ready to go underneath in a little bin, and we just pour some more compost in, and away it goes. It's like really easy to take care of. It's a bit of a pain because it's heavy. So I would say that if you have any back issues and things like that, don't do it, because you're going to be bent over flipping this thing upside down and dumping it into a garbage bag.
You don't want to be with your shoveling it out.
Yeah,
so
that would be disgusting.
But I would say it's like take him probably 20 minutes, and he does it every 3 weeks.
20 minutes, 3 weeks to a month. And
every 3 weeks, I would say.
Yeah. And Kevin, do you see any problem with it? I mean, Kevin just started using one, and now somebody said something funny because Kevin's laughing his ass off.
Somebody said my poop never smells like dirt.
It will. It will in a composting toilet. It's crazy. It will.
This is gonna
when
be.
It first comes out, obviously.
This is gonna be TMI with TME, like too much information. But when you go to a regular bathroom where there's water and stuff falls in the water versus going into its soil, actually the smell is a lot less.
Yeah.
Like a lot less.
Right. There doesn't seem to be smells wafting out of the restroom yet.
Yes, no.
Yeah. But of course mine smell like roses. So it's just always that way.
Telling yourself.
Yeah.
People want me to give Laura a kiss. Love you.
How cute.
Let's see here. Where do you dump your compost?
For the garbage.
Usually if someone's too close, they're following us too close, I just wing it out the window. No, that doesn't happen.
That would be disgusting.
Dumpster. See, it sounds weird and it sounds disgusting, but in a dumpster usually, or most of the time we try to do dumpster because if you put it in a regular garbage bag, then might be a little bit weird.
Will go to the landfill, and the landfill just stays there for composting.
It literally composts down to dirt, which is nothing, and you have to see it to believe it. So maybe one of these days I'll show you it. No,
and we try to do also composting bags, so we got that extra step, so it composes faster as well.
Yes. Somebody's saying more funny stuff, and Kevin's over here just
somebody said they can just picture a trail of compost through the RV with Paul changing it.
No, it literally, it's so clean and easy. Really, it's pretty amazing. I have to do a demo one of these days. Just set up a camera in here while I'm doing it.
We should do an update, like a compost
toilet update. And if we had smell-o-vision, we could let you guys smell it. All right, we got 20 minutes to go here. We've another 2-hour video is crazy.
Too long.
Craziness. Right. How many? We got like 4 people left now.
462.
Unbelievable, you guys. You guys are just unbelievable. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Man, people really miss Baby Cummins.
I miss Baby Cummins too. It's like
don't start, people. Don't start.
Here's the thing. I actually thought very seriously about keeping Baby Cummins with us, and I was gonna have that fight with somebody to keep it. But I also thought, like, if I will keep it and another little kitten need to be rescued, or even another little dog need to be rescued somewhere, he would not allow me at that point because he will give it to. Yeah. So it's like I was like, okay, I knew I was gonna go to a very good home, and with a person that is like a cat person, totally cat person. So I knew it was gonna be good.
Yeah.
So that's why I let him go. And hopefully there's no more cats to rescue. Hopefully, like
and quickly on comments, because we had some people go, oh, you kind of stole him from his home and stuff like that. No. The cat was not in good shape. He looked cute on video. He was very bony and not in good shape. He cried around our RVs all night for 4 or 5 days.
He would hide from underneath all of the RVs. I mean, he was from RV to RV to RV, just hiding on the wheel wells and in the motor section of it. So it was just a matter of time the little kid was going to get run over.
Or hurt. We were a mile from the nearest homes, 1.5 miles from the nearest homes. And when Lori took him into Banfield, they said, no, he wasn't in great shape. So,
and they told me it was not a stray. They told me there's a difference. And they told me this is not a stray cat. This is probably a cat that somehow escaped somewhere. Or somebody left him there, but it was actually household trained too, and it was like in very bad shape. They told me too, so I was not the crazy lady that thought it was in rough condition. Now, actually, the vet told me it was in rough condition.
And so, if that was the case, if it was somebody else's cat, they didn't deserve to have that cat.
And
so
it was not chipped. So
yeah, no chip. Ozzy, he's got a chip. He's like a little mini cyborg cat, right?
Sure.
No. Susan Pearson wants to take us out to dinner in Vegas. Next time we're back
Susan. There. So Susan and Rick?
Yeah.
Susan and Rick.
Yeah,
Well,
see?
Susan, yeah, and we got to apologize to you guys because we were going to touch base this week and time got out of hand.
Been so
We're
hectic.
going to be back like the 4th through the 9th, so let's do it.
Awesome. Gene and George want to know if they can borrow some wine glasses.
Gene. Okay, here's the story, people. Gina and George, we met this amazing, fabulous couple in Saddle Mountain, and then we saw them again in Quartzsite. They hang out with us for a few nights, doing campfires and all that. One night, we had one night, and it was a glass just like this. And George,
There was a matching glass like this.
there was a
There
matching
was.
glass because George stepped on it and
Yeah.
broke it.
So first, George just kicked the glass and smashed it to pieces.
So then I went inside the RV and got Jean a coffee sippy cup. There's a Starbucks one.
Yeah.
And it was a ceramic one, and she
Yeah.
broke it too.
She just took it and she just smashed it on the ground and said, "What's with this Starbucks cup?" It was chaos. There
So,
was
yeah,
chaos.
so-
No, it wasn't. Amazing people.
So now I'm looking into stainless steel.
Stainless steel or plastic. G&J Roaming and Rolling. That's their channel, by the way. And
They keep
they're
saying so sorry like about 50 times over.
yeah. No, it's awesome. We really enjoyed it. And we told them it's no big deal. But they're the couple that had the little Oliver trailer in
Oh,
Quartzsite. So G&J
amazing.
Roaming and Rolling, amazing unit.
Amazing little. The Oliver is an amazing little unit. Never seen one in the inside, and just been around one. That was an amazing one.
Yeah, it was very, very cool. Very super nice people. Super
Mhm.
nice people.
Yeah.
Leaky seals. Have you had them, and how did you deal with them?
Leaky seals, as far as Kevin had a leaky seal on his RV and it
Actually-
burned up his rear end.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. Actually, people asked about that, but I wasn't going to go into it.
The rear
end?
Live.
So we had a crack in the front of ours, and we put the sealing tape over it.
Right.
The waterproofing tape.
Yeah.
It's been fine ever since.
Yeah, Kevin and Laura had a small crack in the front cap of their RV, and yeah, that sealing tape was amazing. The what do they call that? It's not butyl tape. It's
I can't remember the name of it. It's like a weatherproofing tape.
yeah, it's a weatherproofing tape. It's a white tape. It went on there and it just worked great. Now I don't know what seals you're talking about, but on the rear end of a coach or on a car or a truck, there's seals in the end that keep the rear end fluid in that basket that you see underneath the back. Kevin had a leak in one of those, and a friend of his thought that it was the brakes leaking and told him it's fine to continue to driving that. And it wasn't the brake leaking, it was a seal leaking, and it leaked all the fluid out, which means the basket got extremely hot and caught fire and shot flames out like a flamethrower on the side of it. And luckily Laura was there to swoop in like Wonder Woman and put out the fire. So yeah.
Well, I think what about I don't think it was that seal. I think they're talking like seals around the RV. So like say
the
your
slides?
slide or like the coach, like the front end cap.
Yeah, we haven't had I'm always afraid when you guys ask these questions.
I know,
But we knock on wood, we haven't had any of those issues. Now the slides, they seem to seal pretty good. Our slide seals up in here are weird looking, but they seem to work. The only time we ever have water in the coach is when it's been pouring rain out. We bring him in and the coach tilts one way or the other, and it will kind of have a little bit of stream of water running in. But we really haven't had any issues at all with that stuff, even on the older coach.
That's why you guys like keep saying like when we upgrade or get newer and everything, that this coach has been so good to us. Like we have no problems with it. That it's hard to just change it.
And we are constantly looking at stuff. We're constantly looking at, making sure things are tightened up. We just replaced all of up in here. They've got those little lift supports. We just replaced all those.
You're teasing Ozzy because that's
and
his
you can
food
see,
area.
that's his food area. And you can see now that these things open and close really, really well. We replaced all those. So we do little maintenance things all the time. So we really haven't had any issues with any of that stuff. But it's been a great coach. It's really been for the amount of miles on this thing. It's been awesome. And when Lori gives you the tour, you'll see that she's done such an amazing job. The bathroom looks insane. So I can't wait till you guys see that.
Still not happy with the color, but I will let you see the tour with the current color, not the new color.
That thing's going to be painted 12 different times before you guys see it.
I already painted like 6 times.
Yeah,
so.
she's painted 6 times. What else we got, Kevin?
Kidding.
Oh man, we got some good ones.
Okay, cool.
How do you convince a spouse to start RVing?
Okay.
Here's the thing: is like, in one hand, I would say there is
You
no
can't.
convincing involved. It's like that spouse is gonna do it or they're not gonna do it. Paul, what he did with me, it was not really too much as convincing me. It was like showing me the lifestyle first. And once he annoyed me like so much is when we got the RV just for recreational. And once I got to RV, I realized it's like, oh, this is like a tiny house. It's like it's not that bad. So I put myself. I also lost my dad at that time, and it's when I realized, oh, life is short. It's like I need to live my life, and we love traveling. That's the one of the main things we have in common. We love traveling. So it was a way for us to travel, but that didn't take that much convincing.
Right.
Taking in account that I felt like this RV is like a tiny home. I need to live life in that time of my life. Is like I needed to live life, and we love to travel. But if you're with a spouse that they hate traveling, they're
Right.
gonna hate this lifestyle and they're gonna be miserable.
That's what I will say. I didn't sell Lori on trying to live in an RV because she immediately went, "Oh my God, we're going to be Cousin Eddie. We're going to be the Clampetts." I sold her on travel. And I said, this might be a cool way for us to be able to travel and see the country because we wanted to see the entire world, but we decided that we could see the country first and then make little trips out in other parts of the world. But yeah, I really sold her on the travel aspect of it more than I did on the living in the RV side of it. And I would say you're never going to convince your spouse to do it, but there is one technique, and this is called the skydiving technique, and we'll go this quick. You're going to go down to your local skydiving place and you're going to get all of the brochures and stuff on becoming a skydiving instructor. This is taught to me by my friend Mike, by the way. Then you're going to go home and you're going to tell your wife, I'm going to become a skydiving instructor. We're going to teach people how to skydive. And she's going to go, oh my God, that's a horrible idea. It's way too dangerous. And you're going to go, that's right. I should just get an RV. That would be much better. That's the skydiving technique.
He told me that though.
It's tough. I mean, if they don't want to travel, it's going to be tough.
Because it goes back to the couple's advice. Is like if she doesn't like it right now, you force her to do it, and I think that's what
she's going to resent you.
With one of our,
or he.
This is one of the friends we have. This happens to them. She didn't want to do it from the beginning. Keep pressure enough that she said, okay, let's do it, and she hated life for 1 year.
Yeah.
And at this point, she's like, I'm ready for my house, and now they're quitting and going back to a house. So it's like some people like it, some people don't. You have to be adventurous to like it and to like traveling.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That is really, really tough, and it's sad one way or the other, whether it's husband or wife that doesn't want to do it and you want to. That's going to be a tough one. That is going to be a tough one. Yes, sir.
Everybody loves the skydiving example. People keep asking me what I do for work. Real quick, I work in IT. I work for a company back in Atlanta. And I work remote. Back once a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a good answer because we never know how to answer that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I work in IT. I run operations for a company back in Atlanta.
He's an IT guy.
Yeah. I don't tell people where I work.
Right.
I mean, because Playboy Channel.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No. 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
People say that they're leisure travel locks the no room service comment. My wife's thought or sorry.
What?
Don't worry about it. Favorite sunrise and sunset.
Well, favorite sunrise is easy. That's Acadia. Acadia National Park.
Because it has been the only one we have seen.
Yeah, it's the only one. Only one we've seen is true. I had to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go see it, but it was amazing. It was a great experience. And of course, with us, we had the entire mountain laughing because we're singing songs at 4 o'clock in the morning. Half of the
mountain laughing, the other half annoyed.
Half annoyed. Yeah, that's typical. Like people were like, shut up. And then we're singing Here Comes the Sun. It was awesome.
Everybody hated us.
Yeah, they didn't like us, but that's okay. They need to, lighten up a little bit. And then sunset. Well, we haven't been on the West Coast for a while, and you don't see too many sunsets on the East Coast.
Being on the East Coast, it's like the sun goes behind the trees. That's your sunset. But I mean, desert sunsets are super amazing. Like
Yeah.
here in Phoenix or here in Las Vegas. I mean, they're all red and pink and purple. I mean, they're pretty amazing.
Yeah. We did see some cool ones in Phoenix. We saw a couple when we were at that boondocking spot
Yeah, with the
north of
balloons.
Phoenix with the balloons.
Yes.
Like you have the balloons are flying, and then you have the sun setting over the mountains, and they're turning pink and purple with the balloons there. That was pretty incredible as well. And those are the things that you gotta enjoy, folks. Enjoy
small
your
things.
sunsets. Enjoy your sunrises.
Enjoy the small things.
Because they're just amazing.
Kevin.
Our favorite sunrise was with you guys staring into Paul's eyes.
Yeah.
Sun goes above Bar Harbor. Our favorite sunset, I would say, probably in the Keys, because we could actually see it.
Right. You can see it over the
There
water.
was nothing there, and it was. I mean, the water just melted right into the sea.
The water melted in the sea. The sun melted into the sea.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I've been doing this for an hour and 50 minutes.
I know. That's crazy.
You're welcome.
Well, of course we love you.
Just
We
kidding.
appreciate
Any
you.
close calls while driving lately?
No,
Close calls.
I think the only close call no, that's not. That wasn't that bad. A guy crossed the line on us in Wickiup, Arizona, but just for a brief second, and then he noticed that he did it and jerked the car
He
back
was
hard
kinda
the other way.
reaching for
He was-
something and doing this on the steering wheel, coming the
Yeah.
opposite way. And when Paul swung hard to the right to avoid him, he also noticed it and just came back to his lane.
And he jerked it back. But the closest call ever was the video you guys saw of us
Yes.
down in Texas
So,
on our way to
Texas.
Magnolia Beach, and that guy passed on a curve. That was the closest ever. Like we literally had to drive off the road, and the guy he was passing had to drive off the road to allow him enough space to go in the middle. But no, I mean, and we really, because we're at that driving 60 miles an hour, 65 tops, we don't get in a hurry at all. And that's one of the things I will say when you're driving one of these things, don't get into a hurry. If you're driving a truck and trailer, like a travel trailer, don't get into a
Don't
hurry.
be aggressive. Don't be aggressive. Be a defensive.
If
driver.
you're aggressive in an RV of any kind, you are going to get hurt. Don't do
Yes.
that. Don't do it.
Do we dump our tanks like Cousin Eddie?
No, never dump our tanks like Cousin Eddie. Never, never,
That's
never.
terrible. No, so GPS. What do you use?
We do not use a GPS technically. We use Google Maps, and we plot out our stuff on Google Map, and then Lori will double check that on all stays
for clearances.
Now, Kevin has given me a thing that we can use on Google Maps for our clearances from lowclearances.net. That was like only 8 months ago he gave that to me, so I, of course, don't have it installed yet, but we could use that.
We gotta wait on the video to come out.
Gotta wait on the video, but we don't use it. I don't see it necessary.
I will
but
recommend it for people that is like, if you're driving and you're not listening to directions, solo drivers, to have the RV GPS. For us, and more in the west side, there is not really that many low clearance bridges. Here is pretty open space. We use a lot on the East Coast, just like all stages to see clearances, and we stay on the highways for the most part.
do you guys always use your GPS? Your
when we're
RV
not
GPS?
Following you? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we figure you'll hit first.
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
we'll
you'll hit.
get
Yeah.
the other way.
We'll watch the 12-8.
Right. You watch us
Watch that one.
puncture the bridge, and then you can stop
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
So
I'm about to go. No.
while they're traveling with us, they don't use the RV GPS. Figure we'll hit the bridge first, and they don't have to worry about it. But they do use it
We do
all
use
the
it.
time
And
when they're not with us.
Yeah, so we have a Garmin, the RV 660
Okay.
or
Mhm.
760 or something.
And you
that.
like it?
Yeah, it's good. You put in the height and the weight of the RV, and it does all that stuff. Now, updating it is
A
a
nightmare.
lot of bandwidth.
Right.
It has to download some
Right.
big updates.
And
but
Cheryl and
yeah.
Richard just had one that they were using that they said they got an app that was like $35. What was that?
I cannot remember.
We'll have to get that information because
Yeah.
Richard and Cheryl just got it for theirs, and they could put in their
And
height and their weight,
Mhm.
and it was an app. And so that was pretty cool.
RV trip planner, maybe.
Something like that, RV trip planner. So we'll find that out and let you guys
We
know
will
because
need
that's
to
pretty good.
confirm. Yeah.
But for me, I mean, Google Maps and Allstays is $8, and Google Maps is
Yeah.
free. So
But we have not felt the need for a
no,
GPS. So
Gary put it in his height and weight, and it laughed at him.
somebody put in their height and weight in their RV GPS, and it laughed.
Everybody's freaking out. Laura made a sound. So it's pretty good.
I will, you guys have seen Lorena grow on the channel and talk a lot more. Laura's along that same line. One, I think Laura feels like this is our channel, so she doesn't want to speak, but Laura doesn't usually say anything unless she knows that it's important to speak. So, I mean, Kevin and I just talk for the sake of listening to ourselves speak, and the girls don't do that. So that's why they tend to be a little bit more quiet.
Yeah, Laura and I were more of introverts, and I just read an article actually saying that introverts are smarter because they listen and they learn and
We just got smart shamed, Kevin.
I know.
Now they're saying we're dummies.
And I'm just saying, I just read it. So
Man,
I didn't create it.
all right. I see how it is. But yeah, both these women are extremely smart women, and again, I'm going to bring it up quick, because somebody said that I'm controlling and that I talk over Lorena. I do all the time. And I do talk over her. I know I do, but I'm so loud that I can only hear myself speaking. So when she starts to talk and she's so soft spoken, I don't hear it. And I've got so many things going on in my head that I'm trying to spit out. So I don't do it on purpose, but I do interrupt her.
Because the other day we were walking down the strip and I was giving Laura and Kevin some facts about the strip and everything. And then like 5-10 minutes later, Paul will come and say the same thing I just said. And Laura is like, I hear an echo here. It's like, so
I know I do it, but it's not on purpose. I'm a horrible person. So it's the bottom line. But as far as controlling, I think that's hilarious.
You're super controlling, babe.
Yeah. Like you're not allowed to do anything on your own, right?
No.
Right. Yeah, just not the case. So again, some people think that they see 5 minutes of us on a video and think they know us and judge. So that's always a little bit, it's tough because you don't know who we are, but
I really don't care when people put bad comments. I really don't care. It's like I focus on the positive side of the channel.
I don't.
Paul can have like 4,000 comments, good ones, and one bad, and he will totally get crushed by that
I just
one.
Lose my mind.
Yes, so.
Yeah. A few more minutes and then let's wrap this up. You guys have been way too cool and way too amazing, and 2 hours is craziness. We love doing these lives, and like we felt so bad when we were like, oh my God, today's last Saturday live. We need to get online. And so I threw that post up quick, and over 400 people show up. It's just insane. We love you guys.
But 2 hours is pretty out of control.
2 hours is out of control.
John would like to see us do girls in one RV, guys in the other, driving down the road.
Really?
We will have more fun
got
in the
two girls,
one.
one cup in my
I was gonna say we just.
Right.
Oh my God! Don't listen to that. We cannot. edit this
children.
Out.
Yeah, this is all live. We can't edit this. But anyway,
here, I just said we have two soft-spoken introvert girls, and then you have two loud, crazy ones. It's like so. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys
our
don't
ride in the
that.
RV will be like super quiet. Like, hey Laura, what did you do today?
And the other RV is like, like chaos, like cats wrestling.
Playing air guitar.
Yeah, no, you guys don't want to see that.
Boondocking in Canada. How do you find free sites?
We really didn't find that many free sites over there.
Yeah, there wasn't any in Eastern Canada anyways. Because I don't know about Western Canada, but was there stuff on free campsites?
I even talked to Lori, that she's from Ontario, and she says that there's no such thing as BLM over there in Canada, so it's not like you can find those spots. So we found like the Walmarts over there or the Cabela's over there, but we really didn't find actual boondocking over there.
Yeah, and it's not something we really thought of for some reason. I mean, we did the Harvest Host. There were Harvest Hosts up there, so there is that.
We made our own that time.
Which one?
The one over by the lake.
Yeah, in North Bay. We just found a parking lot
and
and hid in the corner. But there really wasn't that many places. That's a great question.
Yeah.
If anybody has any
for any campsites that sometimes are just for free boondocking, just go to free campsites. They will have stuff in Canada over there too.
Yeah, freecampsites.net. It's an awesome resource.
Okay, do we make this our last question?
Last question, comment, concern.
Question, Oh man.
There's no last question. Everybody just keeps saying that they love you.
Well, then
we love you guys too.
Let's wrap it up then, because we're at the 2 hour mark at this point.
Any last minute gems, Lori? Late dinner, yes.
Okay, putting me in the spot here. No, guys, like I just appreciate you guys coming hang out with us, and it's like we love like hearing from you, seeing the comments live is like just amazing because we can put words into like what you guys are saying. I mean, it's like we can really see your thoughts and we can really, well, read, I guess, right? Read your thoughts and all that. And that's pretty cool. It's like this live interaction, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So I love this. So we appreciate you guys. We really appreciate you watching the channel. And it's like, I hope you stay tuned with us and subscribe because for us, it's important for you guys to subscribe and just like stay in touch with us.
Because it makes us feel better about ourselves. And I don't have to cry myself to sleep at night.
Oh my God. Okay, controlling husband, anything to say?
Control.
Am I allowed to speak now, Laurie?
Hold
Yes.
on. The people in the comments say
Uh-oh.
yes. You're allowed to speak. Go.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm allowed to speak now. Cool. I just checking. Just checking. Again, yeah, we say it all the time. You guys are amazing. So please make sure you reach out to us if you see that we're in your area. Make sure that if you ever see these guys out, say hello. Like somebody saw Kevin in Chicago and they were afraid because they saw his scary eyes. He's not a scary guy.
Just run up and give me a hug. It's
Yeah,
all good.
run up and
I'll
give him a
back.
hug. He's not a scary
He
dude.
looks scary, but he's marshmallow
Yeah,
heart inside.
yeah. Scary on the
Like,
outside, marshmallow on the inside. What is that? That's a
marshmallow
new
heart, like
new
a
food.
sweetheart.
A sweetheart?
It sounds like a s'more.
Like a s'more.
You're a s'more.
Hard on the outside, soft on the inside?
I have chocolate on the inside.
Like lollipops.
Lollipops.
Yeah, that'll be in another
Okay.
next video. But anyways, you guys rock. Thank you so much for Last Saturday Live, and we'll see you again next Saturday on Last Saturday Night Live. Thank you to Kevin and Laura for moderating and keeping us company while you guys were doing all this.
Thanks, everybody.
And there's Ozzy, yep, saying thanks. And we're going to do it again. I'm going to try again to update you guys on what we're going to do as far as video schedule, because I can't keep up with the Monday, Wednesday, Saturday thing. I can't. I suck.
Okay.
Um,
And if you want to hear from this guys, veganrv.com. And it's
Yeah.
like Laura is the one blogging and posting where they have been, some cool campground reviews and areas. So check them out too.
Yep. And anytime you guys send me questions on Facebook or email, please just give me, sometimes a day or two to get back to you guys. I'll do my best to answer everyone. It's just tough. So love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you share the channel with everyone, and we'll see you guys
Like it.
again soon in the next Last Saturday Live. Bye
Here
now.
comes the whistle.
And there goes Ozzy.
She's like, I'm
That's
out.
amazing.
She's like.